We are live finally. Murphy's Law. We're getting ready to go live here. Great Toyota sedan race. And we end up with the internet going down. We almost had to drive this thing off bonded cell only, but we kept fighting it, so we're about 17 minutes late. We're on lap 19 right now. You can see Thomas McGray. Tommy Reckless is leading. This has been a heck of a battle here right now, and I wish we could have shown you the early stages of it. It's been something else, hasn't it, Outback Andy?
Oh, yes, it has, Kenny Shepard. It's been a great race thus far as we're now live on Facebook Live. Tommy Reckless has led, or been up the front challenging with Mike Marley. We're 19 laps in this. Reckless would love to win this thing tonight.
I think he's got a good shot at it. He hasn't won one yet. Let's keep these cameras up on the front rows where we're going to go.
Yes, Tommy Reckless. Hey, if you just joined us on Facebook Live, we're talking to Thomas Reckless. Tommy Reckless, his name is Thomas McGray. He put that on his bio, Kenny Shepard, not us. When he filled out his bio, he filled it out with Tommy Reckless.
Yeah, Tommy Reckless is his nickname. And hello, Wes Hogan, Don Thompson, Racing Vernon, All-Star Towing, everybody. Sorry again that we were late. Murphy's Law, we've got all this fancy equipment, and we need a little bit of an internet signal so we can send the feed and bond all these cell phones and devices to it. And guess what? The thing's been locked in all day, Outback Andy, and just a couple minutes to go. It goes down 5 minutes till, and away we go. But we're ready to roll here again, lap 19. Looking really good right here, so let's see what they're doing. Dave Pereira, we're all ready to go in the TV booth. It looks like one to go right now. So Dave Pereira, race director, says one to go. And this has been a heck of a race, Outback Andy. Why don't you bring the fans on Facebook Live and YouTube Live up to speed? What's going on here?
Yes, Dylan Holden will start on the inside. In second place, Thomas Magray on the outside. Tommy Reckless, row 2. Mike Marley is in third. Jason Kearns, the 5-car, in fourth. And in J.J. Branston, Manny Gonzalez. Then you've got the 2 rookies at the back. Kurt Davison, the spin was from the 9-car, Kyle LeBrie, that brought out this yellow.
Best race on the track right now, second place, that 301 car. You got the 5 car coming up on the outside of the red 5 car. We're going to stay right locked on that battle, that front pack right there, and it looks like Jillian Holden has made her way to the front. One girl in this race, and she is leading the race right now.
Yes, she is. Jillian Holden, the big race leader right now. Tommy Reckless has got a couple of cars to fight out. That is Jason Kearns, the very, very experienced and fast Jason Kearns. With his return to racing in the 5, the 2017 champion, Mike Marley.
Still the best battle on the track is that 5 and the 301 in second place. Jason Kearns and the 301 of Tommy Reckless, Thomas McGray.
Yeah, Thomas Magray doing an awesome job tonight. Jillian Holden has been the standout all year. Magray took it up to her. Now Jason Kearns getting to racing with Magray. So those 2 silver cars, second and third, right behind him. Mike Marley, it's been a tough season for Mike, Kenny Shepard, but he wants to be a part of this, be in victory lane.
Yep, still the best battle on the tracks. That 5 and 5 car, we're going to stay in that section. We had Racing Vernon chimed in here. Mike Nussman was watching. Racing Vernon, we had a total of 16 late models. We've had 1 break. We've had 1 driver overheat, and we had a car that was sold today. Andy said Andy keeps bumping his microphone. That's what you guys are hearing right now. We're going to try and stop that. But anyway, 1 car was sold, Racing Vernon. So it looks like we're going to start 13, possibly 14 if we get a driver with enough water in him. It is miserable, hot, humid. You guys at home in that air conditioning, these drivers are envious. And look at this battle for second place out back.
Yes, it's a 30-lap race tonight. Lap 25 at the line. Jillian Holden leads. And look at second place. Magray, you see.
Battle. This looks like Daytona. Does drafting work here, Andy? It's got to work with these cars. Look at it. I think, look at the 5 car, the red 5. Mike Marley draft back up on the back bumper. You've got that 9 car. That 9 car, race fans, has blown the right rear tire off twice. We're going to slide back to the 5 and the 9 side by side. We're just going to keep it all crowded right there on that pack for 4th place.
And how about our announcer, J.J. Branson, our track announcer? He's in this race. He's back there.
He's the one in that
13
lucky 13 green. That boy somebody needs to talk some sense in him. Green's the most unlucky color in racing.
I keep telling him that. Change the paint.
To the inside. Look at him dive to the inside. That is a 5-way pile, race fans, for second place, lap 27. This race is winding down in a hurry.
Yes, it is. Jason Kearns now in second in this battle. Jillian Holden has a huge race lead, and we're still trying to go 2 wide with Thomas McGray. He's trying to hold out that red 5 of Mike Marley for the final podium spot. But here's Jillian Holden. You'll see the white flag. White flag is coming this time. Jalan Holden will receive the white flag right at the line now as this battle continues, Kenny Shepard.
Well, and we're not showing Jalan Holden because she is gone. The battle right now we're going to stay with is second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Here comes J.J. Branson right there on the inside. We're going to stay with that second place battle all the way. Jalan Holden right now coming across the start-finish line. Big battle, but oh, look at Thomas. Here we go. We stayed with it. Big pile. Oh,
JJ
big
head
hit.
on.
Oh, a car almost upside down.
Yeah, we got Jason Kearns in the wall.
We're going to move the camera over to the 5 car. Jason Kearns about went upside down right there. That silver number 5 they're running to.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, Doug just moved right there to us. Yeah, Jason took a big hit, and this race is over. But here's the deal. A lot of the cars that were in that battle didn't even make it to the checkered flag, did they, Outback Andy?
No, they did not. Thomas McRae is trying to come over the line, just roll that car over the line. And Thomas does that successfully. Yeah. So I think it would be Jalan Holden would be the winner, unless they take this back a lap. And then you would have a 5 car, and I believe that is the 5 of Mike Marley. And then the next car through would be the 9, possibly, of Colabri. And the 01 of Tommy Reckless. JJ's car's a mess.
Think about this, Outback Andy. How many mishaps has JJ Branson been in this year?
Yeah. The turn 4 has not been good for JJ. JJ, that was a hard hit.
He crashed real hard, knocked himself out one race. Yeah. He's down on the ground right now. I'm sure Arwen, his wife, she's out. She works registration, absolute sweetheart. She's probably worried about him right now. But coming for the checkered flag, took a big hit. Not sure who his spotter is, but we might need to hire him one right there because there was a little bit of a window you might be able to miss. But he wrecked into the wall, knocked himself out earlier in the year, blew the transmission up in the thing, right? We were worried about his feet in it, and then now he's taking another really big hit.
The ambulance coming out, Jason Kent. Jason took a big hit.
He went in the wall, about went upside down right there. Yeah, very close.
Jason, that was a big hit up there.
Let's see if we can get Doug to move his camera over to the 5 car there. We'll see if I think we can get Doug to move his camera.
Wow, what a finish to the race, Kenny. We had an awesome Toyota sedan race happening tonight. One of the best Toyota sedan for action up front for many, many laps. About probably 18 or 19 laps. We were side by side up front. Cole Labrie spun, brought out the yellow, and then we went back racing. We had a good race going again and coming to the line. Mayhem in turn 4, Kenny Shepard.
Well, it happens in racing, and that was just about a really good, clean race all the way to the end, and then coming out of turn 4 for the checkered flag race fans.
Well, Jason Kearns is out of the car. That is good news. Yep. J.J. Branson over there talking to Jason Kearns. Jason is out of the car. That is good news. J.J. Branson also down there. J.J., good to see you're okay down there, buddy. My co-announcer at the racetrack. So JJ's walking around. The car's a mess. Jason's car's a mess.
Well, JJ,
we're going to go down to Victory Lane, Kenny. And,
I was going to say, why don't you head down to Victory Lane and we'll catch up with you down there in just a couple of minutes. We'll get Zach over to Victory Lane as well. He should be down there ready to meet Andy for an interview.
Drink is the choice for those with a passion for life and a thirst to match. There are many obstacles in life that keep people from pursuing their dreams. But when you're 5150, you're able to use those hardships as motivation to push yourself. With the right mindset, anyone can achieve greatness, and 5150 can help get you there, offering much more than just a boost of energy. Our ingredients are carefully selected because of their health benefits. So not only does 5150 taste great, it also provides the body with the nutrients it needs to stay hydrated and energized. Our mission to provide a quality product is matched only by our commitment to making the world a better place. In partnership with the Carlos Vieira Foundation, efforts are made year-round to help the less fortunate. In fact, a portion of every can sold goes toward helping families that are living with autism. And at the heart of it all is passion. The passion to live life to its fullest, to chase your dreams, and to help others. Are you 5150?
Personalized advice, precision, and speed, whether purchasing a home or looking to refinance. This is what RPM Mortgage delivers to you. Home loans fast. With our new Home on Time application, we have seamlessly integrated technology into our lending process, allowing you to submit your information in just minutes from any device, anywhere. You can even do it right from the track. If you are looking for a home loan at an accelerated speed, visit rpmwins.com. RPM is the proud title sponsor of the Pro Late Model Series at the Madera Speedway.
Time with friends, family, memories being made. We live life for the amazing moments. We live by the motto that life is one nice ride. Nice Ride Lifestyle Apparel.
Welcome back, everybody. It is time to send it down right now, trackside, with Jelon Holden and Outback Andy Foster. Andy, who are you with down there?
Well, what a race tonight for our Toyota Sedan main event tonight. And at the end of the night, same customer up front at the end of the race, Jelon Holden tonight. Had to battle it with a lot of cars back in there. Jason Kearns and yourself found it difficult to get through lap traffic tonight. And also those guys running up front. We had Tommy Reckless running up front with Mike Marley. Of course, Mike's last year's champion. You're the 2016 champion. But what a great race to you in the end, getting to victory lane.
Yeah, at the beginning, I was just looking at who was ahead of me and thinking I just need to be patient and get through them. And as it just went on, they started spreading out a little bit, so it gave me a little bit more room, so it wasn't so crazy to try to pass everybody. But pretty good with the 14 car tonight. I have to thank Fortney Towing, thank Shanty Bar, but another good night tonight.
Yeah, another nail in that championship coffin, shooting for 2 championships in about 3 years.
Yeah, so far it's looking good.
Tonight's big winner for the Toyota Sedan main event, Jelon Holden, again picking up another win.
Thank you, Outback Andy. Why don't you run over and grab second place, Mike Marley, and then that 9 car that had all that trouble today. We're going to follow them over and see if we can grab another interview from you. Hello, everybody. Glad to have you with us. Sorry about the trouble we had early. It was quite hectic. We started very early this morning, and it was very, very hectic for a short period of time here trying to get this feed back up. But Mike Collins is watching from Chicago, and it looks like we are having some breakup in our signal. It's bouncing a little bit. We apologize about that. We're working on it hard. Let's see. It looks like Outback Andy has caught up with our third place competitor right now. We're going to send it down, Outback. It's all you. Who are you with there?
Well, it's been a tough night for third place, Carl Labrie, earlier today in practice, breaking a wheel and qualifying as well, losing another wheel. Then tonight, the main event's going on. We get 19 laps into it, and you have a spin down in turn 3. Board out the yellow, and then coming to the checkout. Mayhem, but somehow you got through all that, and the leading rookie at the moment drove the car back to third. Great drive tonight, buddy.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Tim Pilcher and Galen Pilcher for allowing me the ride, but tonight was a fun one. Hard way to get on the podium, but we'll take it how we can get it.
Yeah, rookie, leading rookie contender. So getting those good championship points tonight for the rookie championship. Carl Labrie, good job, buddy.
Thank you.
How about that for Carl Labrie, coming home third in a wild finish tonight. Toyota main event.
We're moving some cameras around and kind of still playing with our signal up here. We're going to follow Outback Andy to the 5 car of Mike Marley from Bakersfield. It's nice to have Mike back up here. We've got a nice cut shot there. We're going to jump to a mic real quick. I think camera 6, Quan. Let's go to camera 6 real quick. All right, Outback Andy, it looks like Zach's about ready to go. We're going to throw it back down to Outback Andy and Mike Marley from Bakersfield, California right now.
Tough season for the 2017 Madera Speedway Toyota Sedan champion, Mike Marley. This has been really tough this year. You've been probably off the pace compared to what you were last year. Tonight, though, side by side up front with Tommy Reckless. Some great racing. Then we get the yellow, but somehow you got this car to the podium tonight, second place. I think that's one of your best finishes this year.
In a while, yeah. And I know I've been up and down, and it's been kind of a pain trying to figure it out, because the track changes so much from weather and just conditions. But I tell you, it's a lot of fun. I mean, I was trying to keep the sweat out of my eyes the same time I'm driving a car, and that's a little tough. But I do want to thank my two guys, Richie and Steve Hume, for helping me with the car and, just getting me out here. It helps a lot.
We got some young rookies, too, that are stepping up the pace and making it hard for you guys that have been around a little while.
I noticed, yeah. But, I do want to say I got a couple sponsors in Bakersfield. It was Bakersfield Clear Pools. And then also Making Memories is a company my daughter has. But anyway, they helped me a little bit. And it's great to race, and I appreciate everybody coming out here and watching the races.
How about second place tonight for Mike Marley, the 2017 Madera Speedway Toyota Sedan champion. Jelane Holden getting the win and Kyle LeBrie third. Back to Kenny in the booth.
Thank you, Outback Andy. We're going to jump over right now. That's the MSTs that you guys see sitting on the back straightaway. After this, we've got the hobby stocks, and then we've got the late model race. This is our club race. It's kind of fun. We decided to do this. These are our easygoing, fun nights. Racing Vernon was on earlier. Anthony Guamano's watching from New Jersey. We've got Mike Collins from Chicago. We appreciate you guys jumping in, but the reason I mentioned Anthony Guamano, they run in our TV series. So does Racing Vernon. He picked up a big win here a couple of races ago in the TV series. 2 weeks from now, $5,000 to win. We've got a big car count coming in. That will be a tour-like race, hammer down series. It's hammer down tonight, too, but these are what we nickname our club races. These are training nights. And it's kind of crazy we decided to broadcast these, but we have so much fun on these nights. We wanted to show off the local drivers, and a lot of times they don't get the recognition that our TV guys do, so we put them out. Hey, Ed Rodriguez. Hey, Kenny. Great to be able to watch the races, all of us who cannot make it out. Well, good to have you here, Ed. Let me hit that little Seymour on there. Make it out there. Good job. Nice to have you guys with us. Steve Spencer's watching. You guys sound off. We've got Florida watching right now tonight. Let us know where you're from, and if you guys enjoy this. Quan's going to jump over on another angle here. I think we've got cars getting ready to roll out right now off the gate. Doug's going to follow those cars out for us. We've got cameraman Doug. We've got Mike on the camera. We've got Zach. It's a handful of guys that are our top guys plus some trainees. So this is all about expanding our live productions, training new people. As much as we're trying to create stars with our race car drivers, we're trying to do the same thing with our cameramen, give opportunities to people here in the Valley where they can work on broadcast television. So it's a pretty slick setup, actually, and it's been a lot of fun. MSTs are rolling out on the track right now. You see them sliding through that gate, and it'll be a hammer-down little race. They've lost a few earlier today. We had a pretty big wreck. We took a couple of cars out. We lost a radiator, but there's still a pretty good pack of cars left, even though we're missing two. Like I say, with the late models, we'll have a huge car count. We've averaged 32 cars in our big series, in our televised MAV TV series. We generally, on these club nights, we average about 16 cars. We started with 16 tonight. We've lost 3, lost 2. One driver is questionable from a little heat exhaustion. So we'll be 13 or 14 tonight. And it's a mixture of guys that are tuning up for the TV series, guys that are trying to make it to the TV series, and then guys that are just out here having fun. I mean, it's a really neat group of guys in what we've nicknamed our club nights. So Outback Andy Foster is going to have the lineup for us here in just a brief second for the MSTs. We're about ready to go. And it looks like Outback Andy needs a little help over here. You guys speak English, right, Andy? Oh, right there.
Yeah, we do. We
get a little help there?
Speak English in Australia. Most definitely do.
There you go.
Okay.
We'll give him what we've got, the 50 car on the pole.
Yeah, we're going to start down the back. Actually, we're going to start down the back with the 33 car. That's the rocket from Coors Gold, Brian Reynolds. Alongside Ryan Reynolds, his brother Sean Reynolds out of Coors Gold, those awesome Reynolds racing entries. Good to see this car, the 21 car, back after an incident earlier tonight out of Clovis. Mr. Lee, Patrick Geiger. Then we've got the 40 car that got in that incident with Patrick Geiger earlier tonight out of Crothers. They call him Dirt Bert Stevens. 2017 Madera Speedway MSD champion. There's Bert Stevens. Then on the next car with the 11 out of Clovis, that is Dennis Brannon. The 24 car, the veteran racer Dave Lander Sr. out of Madera Ranchos. And the other car out there tonight, from Maui. They say it's from Maui. Corporal John Benedict. John Benedict back racing in the number 50 car.
You know what, Outback Andy, we've got a lot of people watching. Kathy Thomas watching from Ceres.
Oh, that's my neighbor.
All right. Yep. Dawn Thompson's watching Sacramento, California.
Hey, Dawn.
We've got Pam Silva. She's watching from Aptos. She said she's sitting outside by the bonfire in her front yard. Could we please send some of our heat? She's freezing over there.
Yeah, it gets a little cold over by the coast.
Yeah, that's a little rough when we're here. Meltdown. Green flag's coming out right now already. They are ready to rock and roll. We've got Landers on the outside. Looked like he got a big jump out back, Andy, in that 24 car.
Yeah, John and Benedict was a little slow away. So Dave Lander Sr., the veteran, you see.
Yeah, but you've got trouble already. We've got smoking dirt Bert Stevens, and he's got some fans out here. We've already got Keith Wilkinson saying, "Come on, Bert." Well, Keith, you're going to be happy because here comes Bert to the inside right now of Landers. And it looks like Bert's about ready to take control of this race early on before those Reynolds brothers charge up behind Landers as well.
Looks like they fixed the radiator problem on the 40, but no front bumper on the 40, so he'll want to lead this thing with no front bumper.
I was just getting ready to say, Outback Andy, if you're leading, who needs a front bumper? If you're in the back, you're going to need one. But he has company. Those Reynolds boys in the 33 and 10 have been bad fast all night. And around goes
the 11 of Dennis Brannon. Dennis fires it up. That's good news. For those on the internet wondering about these cars, they are Toyota-powered four-cylinder modified. So we've been running them here at Madera Speedway for a long, long time, affectionately called MSTs, which stands for Modified Super Toyotas.
Modified Super Toyotas, and we've got a few other people. Anthony Guamano checking in, so we'll see you on the 25th. They'll be back all the way from New Jersey coming out, so they're going to get a long-distance award. Eric Graves, Brothers, California. Marty Kroll, Galt, California, Redwood Valley. John, we've got Tori Rife is watching. She's the proud mama of two very fast kids that you're probably going to hear a lot about in NASCAR land down the road. Larry Woolen watching from Stockton. Kerry Kane from Morgan Hill. We've got some more people. Let's go Stevens Racing. Debbie Barbara. Deborah, I hope you're not freezing over there. If you need a sweatshirt, let me know, or just come on over here. And it has been hot here today, hasn't it, Andy? I mean,
yes,
miserable.
It is. Actually,
muggy and humid.
I think I talked to you about this when I worked here in 2006. The hottest it's ever been, and it was 117 actually in the shade. And I talked to Del McIntosh's crew down there, and they actually remember that day at the racetrack. And down the road, Chowchilla Speedway, they were trying to run a dirt track in those conditions. That was tough.
Well, I ran that dirt track for a while, even in the best conditions. That's a hard one to keep a good surface in. It looks like the officials are working on a little bit of something. We're not monitoring race control tonight. We let them do what they do, and we do what we do over here. But it looks like they're going to do it the old-fashioned way. The CK is shuffling two cars, moving them around, and getting them lined up right now. And then we're going to have Smoking Dirt Bert Stevens on the front row. On the inside, he's taken with that 33 car at the outside. This will be interesting. The sun's still out. I think the high side of 3 and 4 can be pretty fast, but 1 and 2, I think the bottom group will be the better way around there.
Yeah, I think so, Kenny. And tell you what, those Reynolds brothers have been super fast. Brian has already made his way to second.
A couple of more. It looks like we've got one to go. We'll give a shout out real quick. Jeff Harborough, this is cool. I can watch since I don't have cable. Landy Hoover, yay. Rod Clark. It's cold back here in West Australia.
Oh,
Rod Clark, he says it's cold, Andy. How is that cold, huh?
Rod Clark and I, we went wheel to wheel for many years. Hey, good to see you, buddy. I see you're still out there doing it. So, Rod Clark.
Yeah, he says it's cold. So, again, we're burning up. Old Outback Andy here is California style with some muggy Midwestern unfamiliar humidity here. Lights are out, Outback Andy, and we've got Dirt Bert Stevens on the pole. We've got Reynolds on the outside. This could become very, very interesting as Ryan Reynolds has been really fast, but Dirt Bert gets a big jump coming off of turn 4. Looks really good. The bottom of this end's nice, but I think that 33 car is going to be really tough on the high side down here in 3 and 4 since that shadow's across the racetrack. Let's watch this.
Yes, he does. The 2017 champ under pressure as Reynolds gets to the outside of him. This is the best run we've seen from Bert Stevens.
But I think, let me
weeks.
jump in, Andy. I think 1 and 2, again, Bert's going to be pretty strong down here, but I think that 33 car is going to overhaul him on the outside of 3 and 4. Unless Bert can get in here real good, get into the apex, rotate that car. He slides the front end just a little bit. That might be just enough for Reynolds to take control.
Yeah, Reynolds credited with the lead that time as they went by the line. Still side by side out of turn number 2. That's the turn we call 5150 energy drink turn. I tell you what, I need one of those 5150s real soon, Kenny.
Well, we've got plenty of them down below, and I think I'm going to pick the race winner is going to be the 10 car. That's my pick right now. This is live, folks, not tape delay, but I think it's Sean Reynolds in that 10 car. That car is rotating through the middle of the corner and rolling really nice through the center. Bert goes in hard, tries to take the lead right there, and as I say that, the 10 car, Reynolds gets a little bit loose, maybe cutting too much. Too late to change my pick right now. I'm still staying with the 10 car. What a battle up front.
Ryan, the 33, has been the fastest and probably the most successful of the two brothers, and he's the clear leader now. Bert tries to come back on the inside. Brother Sean goes upstairs, sees that his brother is getting it done up on the high line. He wants to get past Stevens. He knows Stevens will not give up that inside, so Sean is going to have to find a way around the outside to go wheel to wheel with his brother down in turn 3, Kenny.
Oh, and loose is Bert Stevens in a big way. Big way. Now Reynolds on the outside. Looked like he might get a little bit of that bump draft out of Landers, but Stevens gathers it back up, is able to fight back on the bottom a little bit. I thought he might be able to fight it off, but right now that has given the other Reynolds brother, Ryan Reynolds, a huge lead right now over the 10 car that I picked.
Yeah, brother Sean now up to second. Stevens, defending champion, in third. Then you go back to Patrick Geiger, Dave Lander, Benedict, and the car at the back will be Dennis Brannon, the 11 car who spun earlier. But a big lead now going out to Ryan the Rocker.
We're going to stay with that second place battle right now. 10 and the 40 is where we're staying right now. That's the best battle on the track. Let's see if the 10 car can move forward. And we had Gary Hogan just chimed in. Now, I could probably ruin a night for some people that have this recorded here at the track, but Gary Hogan, our friend, said just finished the cup race and having short track racing for dessert. Should we ask him who won?
Yeah. No, I think we'll keep that for those
Gary,
that
if you want to
taped.
spoil it for everybody, just go ahead and let us know who did what in NASCAR today. You can post it right here. Even though Andy does not want to see it, you can go ahead and ruin his night for him right now.
Hey, and I don't watch it, believe it or not. I do not watch it. So I'm so into my short track racing.
Yep.
The 10 car now under siege from the 2017 champion. He's trying to find something. What's that second place? Wow. Ryan Reynolds is moved away by probably about 10 car lengths now, Kenny. This is a great battle for second.
Let's see if we can go to front straightaway shot to see the distance or the difference in the two right now. We might be able to get a shot. Yeah, right there we see that shot out back end. You can see the distance. I think Quan, our director here and our switcher, will give us that shot again next time out of turn 4 so we can really size up. But Bert Stevens is all over that 10-car Reynolds. It is serious. Look at how tight this thing. There goes right there is Reynolds, and there's that second-place battle. So that lead has not changed, but what a battle for second place.
Yeah, last lap, Bert got to the back of Reynolds, loosened him up a little. Can't do too much with no bumper on the front of that number 40 Toyota.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's a little bit of a tough spot. He could use, instead of having that pug nose right now, he needs to have something that looks more like a Doberman.
Yeah, needs a decent bumper on there to try and loosen up that 10 car to get that second back. Mr. Lee, Patrick Geiger now starting to figure in this thing. You'll see him right behind Bert Stevens as we get a camera shot. There he is, slipping on through now in fourth, Patrick Geiger. So let's see if Patrick can run down the 40.
Yeah, I think the battle is still, if he can join that party, it could get real busy because the 40 car of Stevens looks to be faster than the 10 car, especially through the middle of the track. The 10 car, the middle of the corner. The 10 car's a little bit loose right at the apex.
Oh, trouble.
We've got trouble.
Like
Geiger breaks.
Stopped. Yeah, Geiger is broke on the outside.
Let's see if we can get a shot of it coming right past. Maybe the other camera from the flagman will show us that shot where he's parked right there.
Yeah, yellow is out.
Yeah, we'll go to the other shot right now. And he's kind of hiding right there. He is down there in turn 1.
Patrick Geiger is broke.
Yeah, just when we thought he would join the race for second place, I was just getting ready to say if a caution came out, this could get really interesting between the two brothers. But what a shame for Patrick Geiger. What a beautifully prepared race car. Perfect at all times. Look at the paint job on that thing, Andy. I mean, it's just plush all the time. Very fast race car.
Missed the leap undoing the helmet, and his night is done, unfortunately for Patrick Geiger.
I've got to jump in on something here. What a shame for Patrick. The reason I laughed is Garrett Hogan said, nope, I guess he's not willing to, or if maybe somebody was asking a question up above, but he just said nope. Debbie Barber, live stream's good. Well, we had a lot of trouble tonight, Debbie, so if you're getting any little glitches at all, we're sorry about that, but we think we've got it all resolved. And Brittany Bowles, Brittany told us who won the Cup race. You better turn your monitor off there, Andy, if you don't want to. That's right. You stopped. You quit watching Cup race, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll let you know. Anyone else want to know before I spell it here?
No, Marcus Ambrose.
There's some folks in here in the grandstands listening because they're shaking their head and shaking me off. No. So no Marcus Ambrose. You don't care anymore. You know, I did quite a bit of testing with Marcus up at Sonoma, and when he was running Cup cars, I would go up and work with different Cup drivers, and what a character, what a clown. You talk about a guy that can tell jokes. It's Stevens Racing Toyota. That either means a Toyota won or she's liking the Toyota situation we've got right here. So we won't tell anyone who won. If you guys want, scan through here if you want to find out. Brittany Bowles let everyone know, and it was a Toyota that won. I'll hint that.
So if you're watching us tonight on Facebook Live or you're looking.
But if you want to watch something more exciting with Toyotas, it's on the track right now. And here we go, the two brothers Reynolds coming down the front straightaway. And, boy, the 10 car gave a big courtesy to the leader. Nice restart. And now, boy, Stevens took advantage of that. Really jumped on the inside of the 10 car of Reynolds.
So the Reynolds brothers up front with Ryan leading, Sean. And here's the 2017 champ trying to split these
Sean has a big run on the top right there off of turn 4. A really nice run. The 33 car, Brian, gets loose. Let's see if Sean and that 10 car can carry that momentum. Look at him. He's closing in. Watch him through the middle. No, he went to the bottom of the track. I was really hoping he'd stay on the top side of the racetrack.
Is that on the turn run something?
Yeah, not bad at all. Looks like we've got a slow car. The 11 car is a little bit slow. Yep. Dennis Brannon, yes.
So Bert Stevens is having trouble keeping pace with that 10 car. And it's about the same gap between the 33 the 10 and the 40. About the same
Once
gap.
They've settled in, they're running the exact same lap times right now. I really wanted to see the 10 car of Sean Reynolds stay up on the high side of the racetrack in 3 and 4. I'd like to see him run the bottom of 1 and 2. And in that shade, he was really fast and built a lot of momentum off on the high side. But right now he's falling back just a touch. Looks a little bit loose in the middle. Maybe he can't run that high side the way he would like.
I'm still disappointed the 21 and Geiger went out because I think Geiger would have really figured in this thing towards the end.
Yeah, they're down in the infield looking all over that race car. It broke something hard, so they're stuck in the infield right now. Lap 24 going to 30, lap 25 right now, race fans. 25 again. We've got a hobby stock race left, and we have our late model race. This is our club race event. These are our local events where they're basically training nights. So we work real hard and give the guys a really nice racetrack just to come in and train late model drivers. There was 16 we started the show with. We're down to 13, possibly 14 right now, but we will be in the mid-30s, if not 40, here in 2 weeks for the 5K to Win show. Outback, Andy, we're coming to lap 27, and that gap's really stabilized right there.
It has really stabilized. Getting back to the late model race, I'm looking forward to that because we got Dennis Brannon fighting it out with John Bennett at the back. Hopefully we can get a shot of that because that's a good battle going on. Yeah, late model race tonight. We got some good drivers up front. Here we go.
And what you're going to see coming on the screen is Patrick Geiger. They actually got that car to fire again. Patrick Geiger is rolling on the bottom, kind of in the middle of the racetrack. He's got company all over the place, so jumps out on the racetrack as a slow car, and they had to split him high, low, and other. But no damage done. Looks like his car's back up to speed now.
Yeah, I think Patrick was trying to let everybody through so he could run with them and see how it goes. Here we go. White flag this time for the Rocket, Ryan Reynolds.
And we're going to stay, we're going to stay with that battle for second place because it looks like even though Bert Stevens doesn't have a front bumper, he might use a little piece of an aluminum off of that front end right now. Let's see what he does right here. He drives in, very close, a little touch. Oh, it pugged the nose a little bit more off of turn 4. It's going to be Reynolds, a little bit loose.
Loosen up Sean Reynolds, but not enough for Bert Stevens. So Ryan Reynolds takes the win from Sean Reynolds. Bert Stevens. Then it will be the number 24, Dave Landers Sr., John Benedict, and the 11 of Dennis Brannon.
Well, Outback Andy's going to head down to Victory Lane right now, so we'll get ready for that. And folks watching this, one of the things that's a little bit different, most of these live streams, our style is a little different. Most people like to do a pay-per-view, and our style is a little different. We want to let anyone watch this, anyone possible. But what we're also doing with this is it's our sponsors and the support of our sponsors that make this possible. So what you will see is some of our commercials, 5150, Nut Up, Nice Ride, and RPM Mortgage, as well as I Pull, You Pull. So make sure you support the brands that support our sport, as I always say. We're actually going to go to a commercial break right now, and then we'll catch up with Andy. Just hang on a minute. We'll be down 123 Victory Lane. Hobby Stock's coming up next. After that will be a hammer down late model race, and we've got some hitters. Matt Erickson and Jason Nagari are on the front row. Jason Nagari is actually fast time and the fastest car here tonight. So this will be interesting. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
Since 1960, A.V. Thomas Produce has been growing sweet potatoes in the sandy soils of Livingston, California. This family-owned and operated business takes pride in growing the best organic sweet potatoes in the world. That's why when we decided to create an energy drink with one of the world's superfoods, there was no question who to talk to. Sweet potatoes are packed with vitamins and nutrients essential to daily life. Introducing 5150's organic line of drinks. With the delicious flavors of strawberry and banana, plus the nutritional benefits of the sweet potato. 5150 Organic Energy Drink. Providing your body with the energy and health it needs.
Personalized advice, precision, and speed, whether purchasing a home or looking to refinance. This is what RPM Mortgage delivers to you. Home loans fast. With our new Home on Time application, we have seamlessly integrated technology into our lending process, allowing you to submit your information in just minutes from any device, anywhere. You can even do it right from the track. If you are looking for a home loan at an accelerated speed, visit rpmwins.com. RPM is the proud title sponsor of the Pro Late Model Series at the Madera.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Madera Speedway. We really appreciate you being here with us tonight. All of you guys watching, thank you. Thank you for supporting our brands that support our sport. Make sure you check out all those sponsors, 5150 Energy Drink, OneNiceRide.com, RPM Mortgage, RPM Wins, actually. Nut Up Industries, IPullYouPull.com. Check them out. Outback Andy has caught up with our race leader. We're going to send it back down to Outback Andy, or down to Outback Andy right now.
Down in Victory Lane with Triple R tonight, Ryan the Rocket Reynolds. Well, the third win for 2018. You joined this division halfway through last year, got a win at the end of the season, but what a great season so far. You're the current points leader so far, and it's been a great season for you so far. Again, another race win. Tonight you have Bert Stevens up there. He ran you pretty hard down low. You kept him pinched down there, and then he ran you up the racetrack, but it was great wheel-to-wheel racing tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was an awesome battle between Bert and I. It always is. He's a great driver, and I'm glad my brother came in second. It was an awesome race with him, too. We had a good battle in the heat race. But, yeah, it's been a real good season for me. Like you said, it's my first full season, so I'm real excited to be where I'm at.
Yeah, you guys have been racing real well with Bert and, of course, your brother. Great racing with your brother too, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome, you know, being out there with him. He crashed last year and was out for the whole season, so it's good to have him out there and being competitive, and, you know, it's awesome 1-2 finish for us, so we're real happy.
Tonight's MST winner, Ryan the Rocket Reynolds.
Thank you, Outback Andy. Appreciate it. Nice interview, nice victory. We're going to head over to his brother, the number 10 car of Sean Reynolds is where they're heading, so they'll set up right now. In fact, we're here in the booth. Hello, everybody. Sun setting here. It's finally going to cool off, hopefully. I mean, last night was like 81 degrees at 11 o'clock, so I don't know about our friends over on the coast that say they're freezing, but let's jump to another shot of the front. No, actually, it looks like Outback Andy. Hang on a minute. I usually direct this whole show from up here, so I've got I'm getting to commentate and have some fun, and Quan's doing the job that I normally do, so it's a big training night for Quan as well. It looks like Outback Andy's getting close. Zach looks like he's real close right now. In fact, we're going to throw it down to Outback Andy right now. That is with Sean Reynolds, second place
tonight goes to the other half of the Reynolds brothers, Sean Reynolds. Last year you had that massive crash down in Turn 1, put you in hospital and broke a leg. But this season's been going great since you had the return to racing. Smiling tonight, getting to race with your brother in the heat race, and then tonight running second to him in the main event. Great job, buddy.
Thank you. It's been a great weekend. Actually, my brother and I did the sweep, 1-2 qualifying, heat race, and main event. So we're pretty excited about that. I'd like to thank my family, friends, everybody coming out, and thank Madera Speedway and the safety crew for having us out here, and our sponsors. We got Leap Truck and Auto Body, Herzog Roofing, Pearls Sheet Metal and Air Conditioning, and KMA Fabrication.
That was a good battle with Bert Stevens, the 2007 champion. He tried to loosen you up those last couple of laps, but you hung on to it, so congratulations again, second place.
Thank you. Yeah, that was an interesting battle, and coming towards the end, it got a little wide going around Patrick when he came out on the track, so it made it a little interesting.
Sure, brother Sean, the taller brother, is going to get a win here real soon and put the car in victory lane for the win. Back to Kenny.
Hey, Zach, if you can't get us a shot of the front bumper of that 40 car, the missing front bumper, just turn down to it. I'm going to have Quan cut back if you can get a good shot lined up of it. Race fans, you see that front end right there? All right, we're going to cut to it right now. We're going to cut to that front bumper just real quick. Look at that. Normally they have a front bumper on these mini Super Toyotas, and that is the critical part of how you kind of bump draft will be nice and call it, but that thing is missing right now, but he went ahead and used a little bit. Zach's going to move over right now. We'll cut to another shot, and Zach's going to move over into place so we can get this interview rolling with our third-place competitor, Bert Stevens. Good run tonight. And I saw Don Thompson say something about up above, said, thanks 5150 for your donation to the Dirt Grands at Capitol. We appreciate what 5150 does for the sport, race fans. Don Thompson, you know this, how hard they work, what they do, Race for Autism. In fact, that shot that was on the front end of Bert's car a minute ago, Race for Autism, they're a really good group. Looks like Zach's ready to go right now. We're going to jump down to Outback Andy Foster right now. That's with Dirt Bert Stevens, third place.
For our 2017 MST champion, just making the race tonight is a big feat. Him and the crew have been thrashing in this car after a heat race incident. A lot of damage to suspension bars, radio, and other bits and pieces on this car. But Bert Stevens tonight, third place. And you had a good battle with the Reynolds brothers, with Ryan up front early and then Sean for those last couple of laps.
Yeah, them guys are pretty fast. It's hard to beat them guys. I mean, we'll get them though. We're going to be back in the winner's circle. So, yeah.
Yeah, those guys have been fast all year. I know it's eating you up. You're the 2017 champion. You want to kind of let them know why you're that champion.
Oh, I had 8 wins out of 16 last year. All the luck went my way, and this year it hasn't went that way. But we're doing okay. We're happy.
Good to see you back on the podium anyway.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Bert Stevens tonight, the 2017 champion, a solid third place. Back to Kenny in the booth.
Thank you, Outback Andy. It looks like we've got Tony Caputo watching, one of the top crew chiefs on the West Coast right now. So Outback Andy's going to move upstairs. Zach's going to move back over to turn 3 to give us some cool cut shots of turn 3. And what we're going to do for you, since I saw Tony Caputo on here, he actually crew chiefs on Adam Lemke's car. We're going to jump over. Let's show you a little bit of, this is going to be some footage from our MAV TV series, a little shot from race number 1 this year. We'll show you a few teasers from our MAV TV show. So, Quan, let's go ahead and pull that up right now. We're going to roll some MAV TV footage right now.
Speedway on MAV TV. I'm Stephen Blakesley. He's Outback Andy Foster, and Outback, we're closing in on the final 30 laps of this race.
And once again, welcome to the booth to you. Moving to the booth this year. Different from the view up here than it is down there trackside.
Yeah, this is a great view, of course, and I feel like a duck to water, kind of. This has been pretty exciting, and it helps when you have a race this exciting with Lenny White and Buddy Shepard trading the lead about 5 times throughout this main event, and they've had some great company from the 42 of Ericsson and the 11
Keep an eye on
of
row
Herzog.
3, too.
Yep.
Row 3, Carlos Vieira and Glenn Cook. 2 veteran racers.
So your leader is the 22 of Shepard from the outside. He sets the pace.
Great
and gets
restart
a
from Buddy
fabulous
Shepard.
restart.
Yes, great
As they
restart.
go off into turn number 1, once again, Lenny White kind of shoves the nose, and Shepard takes off.
Now, interesting, behind this pack, as we get into turn 3, you'll see Matt Erickson coming to the camera on the outside of him. Herzog is putting in a big lap of Madera Speedway.
Here comes the 42 of Matt Erickson up the inside of Lenny White once again. And once again, Outback, it's that 4-car breakaway. These 4 cars have been fabulous all night long. Wow, they're slipping and sliding.
Matt Erickson to the lead for the first time.
On the 54th lap of this race, Matt Erickson takes it down the front straightaway. They're slipping
look at
and sliding.
Herzog, too. Now Herzog moves up to 3rd.
Drop Buddy Shepard back to 4th. And look who's coming in the picture, the 51 of Vieira. They're 2x2 for second.
Yes, and that Nut Up Industries entry too, the number 90, Ross Stremiska. Stremiska back in 6th.
2x2 for second place. White hangs on.
Yeah, great battle. White gets past the 11 of Herzog, but look at this battle. Carlos Vieira now, the boss of 5150, gets to the inside of Buddy Shepard.
And that's a really good battle. Shepard is not driving
side
away
by
from
side
him.
down here. Buddy on the outside, Carlos Vieira, and they're closing up on the back
There
of
might have been
Herzog.
some contact there as Vieira got very sideways on the brakes. There's a lot of dry sweep down there on the entry to turn 3, and he was all kinds of sideways, but he is staying ahead of Buddy Shepard.
This is about an 8-car battle on the racetrack that we got going on for second place.
And Lenny White just got
Goes up the
very
racetrack,
sideways.
yep.
And here.
Well, Outback Andy, the hobby stocks are rolling, and unfortunately we've got a handful of blown-up cars. They're trying to rebuild this class, so it's not real strong to begin with, but we've got some fun competitors out there. That was round number 1 of our MAV TV show, Outback, and we've got what a lineup of races we have coming up on MAV TV. Crazy good competition. In fact, let's see if we can get Quan. I don't know if he's ready or not, but let's get him to pull up round 1 of the juniors real quick while they're doubling up, ready to go. Quan, go ahead and pull that up for us. We're going to jump over to round number 1 to give you a little shot of race number 1 of the junior late models, 5150 junior late model series.
Will be Lily Mead and the 51 car of Jesse Burks. As we straighten up down the back, it's Jesse Love just over that 05 car.
Field makes their way down the back straightaway, and the 38 car of Love starting to edge forward again on the 05 of McClenny. McClenny had an opportunity there to go to the inside and get behind him. He chooses not to do that, and the 12-year-old hanging on the outside of 13-year-old Jesse Love down the back straightaway.
I know the McClenny team during the offseason have done a lot of work on that 05 car, and you can see how much more competitive that 05 car is on the racetrack tonight.
And now the top 2 single out and kind of file down to the inside, and we can see off to the right of the screen, the 18 of Austin Edwards went around the outside of the 43 of Tanner Reif. And I'm going to call it right now, that's going to be our Nut Up Industries clean taste pass to make an outside maneuver on a restart like that around Reif. A very strong move there by Austin.
All right, we're back on, ready to roll out. Back Andy Foster. That was a 5150 junior late model series.
Love
and they
those
were
kids.
those kids,
those kids
10 to
are good.
16-year-olds. They're amazing. And look at this right now. Steve Schimmerhorn and the whole pit crew. That's his dog. Steve Schimmerhorn and the crew, they're running in the front, leading this thing out, Back Andy. But Jesus Hernandez in that stock car, and that is a stock car in second place. That is a tough ride right there.
Yeah, Jesus, a former Canyon West racer, too, does a good job in that.
A lot of experience.
Got to try and keep the tires under that car. Steve Schimmerhorn got his first main event. This is a cool story about Steve Schimmerhorn. Steve came from our enduro races many years ago.
Yep.
And had a Camaro that he took from the enduro, started racing with the hobby stocks, and then got the opportunity to buy this car from Eloy Bazan as Eloy moved on
Look
to
at
late
Jesus
models.
Hernandez a little bit sideways. You'll notice that car has a lot of horsepower, a big engine. There's 2 different combinations, kind of the fabricated car, actually 3, package A, B, and C. But that second place car of Hernandez, That is the stock style, stock body. Boy, they run a big engine in that thing, and it is running hard. They get a spoiler on the back. You'll notice the other cars don't. Hernandez takes a look to the inside, and come on, Steve Schimmerhorn, keep that thing, keep the momentum up. Don't give it away. Make him work for it.
That was the great days of racing, that car that Jesus has, when they used to turn up and they'd run B-mains every night, big fields of these cars, and you'd see them all slipping and sliding. I've seen a lot of footage of these old cars, and they really put on a great show, as Jesus is doing right now.
It reminds me of like the old sportsman cars that evolved into a Busch car that evolved into Nationwide right now. They had that look, Sam Martin, all those guys. It looks like Hernandez may have taken a little right rear tire off, so if Steve can just stay smooth right now, he might be able to hold on to the lead. Hernandez has got a lot of experience behind the steering wheel, but Steve just needs to be very smooth right now.
I'm surprised Thomas Suarez is not close to this battle, too. Thomas showed earlier in the day
really fast.
He was really, really fast, and now things are cooling down a little bit. That 07 car has gone off the pace, but Steve Schimmerhorn may just get his second main event win tonight.
Yeah, still a long ways to go.
Still a long way to go, but
Steve's backed off. He's backed the corner up on entry. That's allowing him to rotate through the center a lot better, but he's going to draw some fire on that back bumper before this thing is over with from that backed up entry in both turn 1 and 3. Watch the 4-car fans. Right here, he's backing it up, keeping it on the bottom. But he's got a lot of company, but he's got better forward bite right here. The 4-car definitely has some better forward bite there, but he's got a lot of company. Hernandez may go to the top side before this is over.
Yeah, Hernandez maybe just catching Schimmerhorn. That's one thing. Getting past Steve. Steve's starting to become a very wise race car driver. He's looking in the mirror. I'll keep the car down low. I think he's going to go to the outside. Pulls it up out of turn 4 to the
Here's
outside.
a shot on the top. Here he comes on the high side. There's shadows all over turn 1 and 2 as well as 3 and 4. And as you and Stephen Blakesley like to say, nighttime's the right time for the high side of this racetrack. And here comes that 0 car on the high side. Kind of reminds you,
Schimmerhorn,
big loose. Here comes a big run on the outside. Now Schimmerhorn's got to get real smooth and fight back on the bottom as much as he can. Big run on the outside.
The big drive line. See, look at it out of turn 2. You can get that big drive. It happened for Jesus that time. Jesus quickly tries to get that big car down. Steve is coming back, and they're loose all over the racetrack, both cars. There's some great slipping and sliding around the racetrack from both of our hobby stock races.
Steve Schimmerhorn running smooth again back there in second place, but that 0 car Hernandez is driving away. He's about 4 car lengths ahead. Right now, as we see Steve behind him, he's got to hang it out and go run that car down now if he wants to win his second. Yeah. Around goes Suarez in turn 4. Car around in turn 4. We got a car. Yeah, it should right there in turn 4. You see the 07 car.
Yellow is out as Thomas pulls away. That's got that new generation Camaro bodywork on that car. Cool looking car.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. He was really fast earlier in the day, and as the evening came in and the track tightens up, I thought he would be trouble to win this race, actually, because he really showed a lot of speed early in the day.
Yeah, Thomas Suarez dropped back from the late models to hobby stocks this season, just running the local shows with that 07 car. Love that cool late model Camaro body.
Yep, no doubt. And we've got Doug Jeffer said, I like it better with all stock cars, no fab cars. You know what? That's my personal preference, too.
Yeah, I'd like to
have about 20 of them at the Hernandez car. The only problem from the feedback we get from the racers, it's getting harder and harder to find Camaros and Novas and things of that nature. But you want to see a lot of cars, Doug. All you have to do is tune into MAV TV for our race in 2 weeks. Like I said, we've been averaging 32 cars, big B mains. We may hit the 40-car mark here in 2 weeks for our 5,000 win show as we tighten up off of turn 4. Let's see if Steve Schimmerhorn tries to get a jump. I'm sure his spotter, he might have a different spotter. I didn't know if it was his little Chihuahua or not today, but that was his crew member last night, just Steve and that little dog. And you talk about one-man crew. Big run on the top.
Now.
Big run on the top. Come on, Steve.
Two.
He's not run much on the top. Let's see. Other than the Enduro, he used to bounce off the wall. So let's see. Here he comes on the top. He's taking the lead. Good run off of turn 4. A little bit loose, but up on the wheel is Steve Schimmerhorn.
Just a nose cone for Steve Schimmerhorn. He's on the high line. Look at that drive out of turn 2. 51-50 turn. Schimmerhorn now back to the lead. Here comes Hernandez. He's going to race back to the inside. Suarez has stepped up his game. He wants
Here
to
they are, side by side. Look at great shot by our cameraman, Doug, right there. You can see Schimmerhorn working that steering wheel right there. Exciting little race for just a few cars. And Schimmerhorn off at the outside line. Gets the lead. Now what's he going to do with the pressure from Hernandez behind him? He's got to be smooth. Mistake-free. Lap 18. Coming to the white flag right now. 1 to go.
Yeah, big time now. Hernandez starting to put
trouble.
the
He
muscle
stuck
on
the
it.
nose on the inside. A
Yep.
little bit of touch.
Oh,
not
Steve will
much.
get the drive out of turn 2.
All right.
That may be enough. Let's see. Down in 3.
Yeah, we don't want Steve got loose down here 2 laps ago. Let's see if he can stay smooth off the corner. He's a little bit loose, a little boxy. Steve Schermerhorn takes his second victory.
Good, buddy gets the win.
All right, Outback Andy's going to head to
Hernandez.
victory lane. I don't see Steve's dog anywhere around. It's probably over pit side, but I'd like to see that. If you see that 12, I'll get a word with him too. That's his crew chief, you know.
It'll be woof woof.
Woof woof, like Austin Edwards in that woof woof ride. Well, Steve Schermerhorn takes that seriously. He actually quite a young dog he's in love with over there. It's pretty cool. Steve rolls into victory lane right now, race fans, and we'll see how quick we can get this set up. We're going to run, you know what, let's go to MAV TV if we can. MAV TV race number 2 of the Pro Series. I think it's MAV TV 3 on our reel. Before we do that, Doug, get me a shot of that pace truck rolling out there. Let's see that pace truck on the back straightaway. We like red, white, and blue. We like our American flags around here, and that is our pace truck at the Madera Speedway. Jim Dale in the pace truck. I don't know if he's listening to us or not down there, but that's Jim Dale flying that flag we're proud of. Jim likes running the pace truck so much when we wipe tires out, we actually put another set of tires for it. So pretty cool deal here. Jim Dale running up the start-finish line. Let's see how fast the guys are getting set up here. They're pretty close. We're actually going to go to a little MAV TV preview right now while Zach's setting up so he can take his time. So we're going to go to MAV TV round number 2 of the Pro Series. This was an exciting race between Austin Herzog and Matt Erickson.
Field picks up the pace out of 5150 turn 4. Really tidy start once again from those pair of 602 crate motors, and they are absolutely equal nose to nose into turn 1, but out of turn 2, Austin Herzog has the edge.
Matt Erickson drives it deep down in 3. Coming out of 4, they'll straighten up. Let's see who credited with this position. I think
it's
going to be go to Erickson.
On lap number 22, Matt Erickson credited with the lead, but Herzog has got a lot of fight in that young driver, and they are still nose to nose. What a high quality battle here, Outback. And give lap number 23 back to Herzog.
So going back and forth lap after lap here, Lemke in 3rd. Lemke was right behind him one stage, then dropped a couple of car lengths back last time. But look at this. Herzog has pulled out a car length lead on Matt Erickson now.
Matt Erickson gave a little shove there in turn 4 and showed his nose to Herzog in turns 1 and 2. Neither of those drivers can really decide if they want the bottom or the top. It seems to me that on the turns 1 and 2 end of the racetrack, they're starting to go outside more often than not. We're side by side for
And look at the battle behind them. There's a big, huge battle of cars behind them.
Well, Ryan Hart battling inside of Garland Tyler into turn 3, side by side out of turn number 4 they go. And Ryan Hart is doing a great job.
Yeah, Ryan is. Talked about Ryan. You're a very capable driver, and it's got a good run going in 4th. And Herzog now that's Tyler Herzog looking to pick up a position on that wing style of 73.
Fifth place. Tyler Herzog to the inside of Garland Tyler. A couple of Tylers there. And looks like Garland Tyler's going to scoot out of there. But Tyler Herzog, pretty bright looking ride. And
Did you see who was behind this pack of cars? They stuck his nose in. If it comes into video again, look at this. The 88 of Dylan Tucker.
Started from the 10th row of this main event.
Dylan Tucker starting out of that 10th row has moved up inside the top 10.
He's in 7th place, but he's got a little company from one of our rookie drivers, Christian Roach, as everyone's kind of singled out now back up front. It's Austin Herzog by about a car length on Matt Erickson. We are 29 laps complete.
That is some exciting racing. Our MAV TV, that's our RPM Mortgage Pro Late Model Series. That was round number 2. Very exciting. In fact, a lot of those drivers, including Matt Erickson and Jason and Gary, are lined up on the back getting ready to roll out here. Austin Herzog, his dad actually had to take off for a concert. His car's on the grounds too, but it's locked under lock and key. So Austin's actually spotting here. We'll get you a shot of him in a minute. Outback Andy's with a very happy and excited Steven Schermerhorn. Outback Andy, what's Steven's attitude down there?
Kenny Shepard. Well, Kenny, I got to tell you, there is no Chihuahua dog in Victory Lane, but in Victory Lane with our race winner tonight, Steve Schermerhorn, is his lovely girlfriend Dottie. Great to see her in Victory Lane. But Steve, You're the epitome of a local racer coming up through the ranks. Started out in enduro racing, brought that old Camaro with you to the hobby stocks, had the opportunity to buy this race-winning car from Eloy Bazan, got your first win a few weeks ago, and they say the first win is the hardest to get. You backed it up with win number 2. What a great night of racing with Jesus tonight. I hear you say when you go to the car, Norris gave that one up.
Yeah, I screwed up coming off the turn here. I got really loose. Jesus got underneath me, and I thought that was it. I thought I gave him one away, but luckily I had a good restart, and I went to the high groove, and it was a lot stickier there.
Cool. Great job tonight, side by side with Jesus. That was some great battling. You must have really enjoyed that.
I love it. Jesus has a lot more experience. You know, he's raced Grand National and some ARCA stuff, so kind of took a lesson out of his rule book, his lesson book there.
Good to see your girlfriend Dottie in Victory Lane tonight. How about this guy, Steve Schimmerhorn? 2 wins now for 2018, and good points season. Maybe get the championship.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm super proud of him.
He's doing a great job. How about it tonight for Steve Schimmerhorn in Victory Lane for the hobby stocks?
Thank you, Outback Andy. That's a shot of our spotters right now that we've got while they're working their way over the second place car. That's looks like Rick Erickson. You've got Sheldon Cooper up there. You've got Wilson's up there. Boy, that's a big hitter. He must be one of the spotters for the Herzog car. Roy Robinette down on the bottom. I see Austin Herzog's grandpa, Papa Herzog. He's right there in the lower part. And then we've got a Galswick up there. So we're going to cut down to another shot right now. It looks like Outback Andy's caught up with Jesus Hernandez. Big amount of experience with this driver. Heck of a driver. We're going to send it down to Outback Andy right now.
Down with second place tonight, Jesus Hernandez, the 72 Pontiac Ventura. I tell you what, man, oh man, you sliding this big car all over the racetrack. Steve was saying in Victory Lane, you got a lot more experience than he has. He's doing a great job, but man, oh man, you can't control to hang on to this thing. That must have been some great fun out there tonight to be able to race wheel-to-wheel, door-handle with Steve Schimmerhorn.
Yeah, it was fun. Congratulations to Steve. He's raced me clean, and he's lucky I like him. I should have leaned on him a little harder, but at the end of the day, we had some good times running out there, so that's what it's about.
Yeah, keeping it clean for these club shows and a good points night for you both tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hopefully we get more cars coming out here and having fun.
The experienced Jesus Hernandez tonight, second place. Back to you in the booth, Kenny.
Thank you, Outback Andy. They're going to run over and grab that third place interview real quick. And while they're doing that, we'll see if we can get Mike to get us a shot of the late models over on the backside of the racetrack. They're staged and ready to go. It's our final event of the night, race fans. And this is, I think we've got 14 cars. Like I said, we started with 16 last night. We did lose a car. We lost a couple today. So typically these club races will have 16, 17, 18 in that number. There you go. You see Jason Aguirre's number 45, Corbin Cash. That car is on the pole tonight. They drew a straight-up start, so it's Jason Aguirre fast time, Matt Erickson outside front row. Second row, you've got Herzog right there, Tyler Herzog, and then you've got Hank Galswick Jr. in that 28 car. Hank Galswick is really improving. He's finished fourth in the TV series. Jason Aguirre actually finished second in the last one. Matt Erickson won that. Our 602 crate guys really did a heck of a job. But pretty amazing how these locals with small operations are running so competitive in the big formula with the Madera Speedway. What I put together with this tire, with the 602 crate versus the open engine, is trying to put it back in the hands of talent. I've been fairly vocal about this pay-to-play world we're dealing with, all the way to the top of the sport, all the way to Cup. There's just too much where money matters more than talent, in my opinion. So everything we have done in the sport, we're trying to put it back in the hands of talent. Speaking of talent, we're down. Looks like Outback Andy Foster's about ready to go right now with young driver Suarez. They're ready. We're going to throw it to Outback Andy.
Third place tonight, Thomas Suarez. Tough going early in the race, and then we got that restart. And I tell you, it's hot out here. I see the car's hot. It's leaking fluid all over Victory Lane down here. But, yeah, as Steve Schimmerhorn does that burnout leaving. Tough night. You found it tough early, but made things really interesting in those last few laps. If these guys had slipped up, you'd have been right there for the win.
Yeah, it was really close there towards the end. We'd been fighting the car all day, and I got here to the track late, and we tried a whole bunch of things. We changed a whole bunch of things, and we did the best we could for tonight.
Good job, third place tonight. I pretty impressed with you tonight. The car was fast early in the day, but when the sun went down, you came good comeback in that last few laps.
Yeah, those last few laps were definitely pretty good. Unfortunately, I couldn't hold on to it when I spun out, but, you know, I gave it my all those last few laps.
Thomas Suarez tonight, third. Back to Kenny in the booth.
Interviews there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Big shout out to my Uber driving partner, Greg Tavares.
Uber driving. You used to be a race car driver, and now you Uber drive. That's Howard Holden coming through the gate. Look right there, Dale McIntosh coming through the gate. Who's coming through next? Look, who's that 6 car?
That's Joseph Reichman.
One of the most famous drivers at MB2 you've ever been to. Ryan Hart, if you're listening, he can endorse this. Joseph is one of the toughest guys. There's young Zachary Cook coming out the gate. So tough group of cars coming out here. This is our club race, but you guys are about to see a hammer-down race. This is a kind of a test and tune moving. A lot of pride, big trophies, still some serious money on the line, but it's really a combination of what we put together here. We have the big TV series, then we have a series of 7 or 8 tune-up races. And the idea was to let guys tune up or graduate up towards our TV series, and this has turned into just one of the hidden gems, amazing races.
I tell you what, this is going to be a great race tonight for those fans. Stay online with us because this is going to be 40 fast and furious laps tonight on the fastest 1/3 mile in the West Madera Speedway. Check us out at racemadera.com or Madera Speedway on Facebook, and you can check out my pages, Ken Shepard's pages as well. And
well, something else. Let me say something real
all over the world too.
Absolutely, Andy. Share this feed, too, if you guys would. If you're on Facebook, share it. Let's get some more people watching this late model race. If we get a lot of attention on these, we can go back to our sponsors, 5150, RPM Mortgage, Nut Up Industries, nutup.com, OneNiceRide.com, Nice Ride, and I Pull, You Pull. If I go back to the sponsors and they support this, we can do more of these free broadcasts, free, F-R-E-E. We really want to see this. We think it's a great way to grow the sport, and we want to provide more coverage. We'd even like to help some other racetracks with these types of coverages. But share this thing. So make sure we spread the word. What do you have for a lineup out back here?
We're going to start from the back. The driver of the number 18, a graduate from our MSD division, with about half of the businesses in Madera supporting that car. Driving the number 18 from Madera, Zachary Cook. Then we go to the 43 from Modesto, California, in the La Comisaria Miata Motorsports entry. He's a graduate of our hobby stocks. It is Eloy Bazan. The driver of the 55, one of our local racers. He sits pretty good behind the lens of a camera from Madera. It is Kent Cam. The driver of the number 6 out of Manteca, California. Great town of Manteca, California, in the Fantasy Deagles entry. A former hobby stock racer. It is Joseph Reichman. The driver of number 26 from Madera in the Pearl Sheet Metal entry, they call him the Stuntman. It is Dell McIntosh. Ho ho, no it's not Christmas. It's the 41 from Clovis. Ho ho, Howard Holden in the Jerry's and Willie's Recycling. Move on to the Bay City Motors, number 44, former sport mod racer from Watsonville Speedway in the 44, Mike Shapiro. And his teammate is next in the 88 car, the Fortney Towing. Bay City Motors, they say he's from Half Moon Bay. He spends half his time in Half Moon Bay, half his time in Madera Ranch House. It is the 88 Young Dylan Tucker. From Ripon, California, in the Turlock Feed, Goldswick Racing, number 28G, Hank Goldswick Jr. The driver of the number 1, the Crown Homes, Herzog Roofing, number 1 entry from Clovis, Tyler Herzog. The driver in the 42, starting on the outside of the front row tonight, the most winningest driver in the history of late models at Madera Speedway, supported by long-term sponsor MJ Gilbert Construction and Eshelman Motorsports. That is Matt Erickson. The driver leading him to the green tonight, fast timer, second in the TV race 2 weeks ago. Would love to beat Matt Erickson heads up tonight. He's in the Corbin Cash Waterford Irrigation entry after that horrific crash last year. Brand new car. This is Atwater's Racing Jason Aguirre. We are set for 40 laps of late model action. Jim Dale in the red base truck will bring him to the line tonight. Wow, I tell you what, to use a phrase of my friend from MTFX Graphics, Mark Chernowski, Kenny Shepard, this is what we came for.
This is what we came for. It looks like we've got a good-looking shot of that pace truck right now, and it is time to roll.
Yes, it is time to roll. Late model racing. If you're online, let all your friends know. As it, Greg Taveri's online. I hope you're still on there, Greg. We are going to turn up the heat now as it's a hot day in Madera. Like we said, in 2006, hottest I've ever been to a racetrack, 117. And felt for my buddies down at Chowchilla trying to run a dirt track on the same night. Hottest I've ever been at the racetrack.
Well, I'm actually feeling kind of sorry for Pam Silver right now. She said she was really cold.
Oh,
Pam, I got a text message from Tammy about that. She's going to kick me in the shins because she'd like to be a little chilly, too. Trace Cleveland's watching. Doug Jeffers, go 28. Jason Lawton, laugh out loud. I don't know what you're laughing about, but I'd like to laugh and share a refreshment with you to cool off a little bit, Jason. Hope you're having a great night. We plug it for Jason all the time, setting the stage. That is the best sound guy, best stage guy around. Weddings, events, concerts, whatever. Check out Setting the Stage. Make sure you look him up. Down the front straightaway, already 1 to go. Here we roll Outback Andy. We're not messing around. This is Saturday night short track racing. Boom, boom, boom. We get this show in. We get it done. Race fans, it's what? 8:28. We're getting ready to go green, and I would not be surprised if this didn't go straight through.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot of that flag. It is going to be hammered down, but there is a little caveat here. I don't think the 45 of Jason Aguirre and the 42 of Matt Erickson care too much for each other, and there's a whole lot of ego in this race right now. It might be a club race, but watch this hammer down race.
Yes, it is. They got to keep these cars clean because they're going to be on the MEV TV show in 2 weeks. Out of turn 2. Erickson on the outside with that big slingshot. Here he goes. Gary holds him down into turn 3, Kenny.
Down into turn 3. We're staying with the leaders. Gary's got good forward bite off the corner. Let's see what he's got carrying it into turn 2. We're staying with this lead battle. Hammer down there racing 2 by 2 all the way back, but we're staying with the leaders. Jason and Gary to the lead.
Yeah, and if they slip up, they got that number 1 of Tyler Herzog right behind him. Look at Goldswick. He's up on the high line, slipping and sliding.
They're running hard, but right there, Gary got a little bit loose. He came up the racetrack. He's driving a little deep. Little bit of an apex. If Erickson can roll the momentum right here, watch. If Gary goes to a point off the bottom, see how the car goes up?
Yep.
That's trouble, long run. Gary's got to keep speed through the middle of the corner.
2 of the most experienced late model racers in the state of California.
Right there. Yellow's out.
Yellow is out, and that's down in turn 3. And that is Joseph Reichman that's turned it around.
Yep, we got a good shot of him right now. We'll see if Quan can switch to him right now. We got a good shot of the 6 car stuck up there.
That brings out the pace truck with Jim Dale. Tough break for the driver of the Fantasy Deagles, number 6, Joseph Reichman. This is super budget team. My buddy Rick Fowler used to hang out with these guys in the micros at Delta Speedway many years ago, and said these guys are very, very tough guys to beat. Whatever they've raced all in their careers.
Tough all the time.
Yeah,
they're tough all the time. But tough is going to be, I thought it would go straight through. Now we've got another restart. We've got Texas restarts right here. Erickson can take high or low. I think we're in for quite the battle. And, I mean, this battle is thick all the way back to 8th.
Yes, it is. So we'll have racing Jason Aguirre will be by himself on the front row. then Matt gets to pick the high line or the inside. What will he do? If it was previous years, I would take Matt Erickson to the outside. With this brand new car this year, I'm not really sure. There's a 50-50 chance of which way we're going to go with Matt Erickson. He's got the one car, and the one car has been really good down low. We haven't seen a lot of onboard shots of the one, but trust me, Ray Sands, he's been very, very good on the low line. Fourth place is held down by the 88 of young Dylan Tucker, and we saw Dylan and the one of Herzog getting into it a bit in the heat race tonight. Then the next row will be Hank Goldswick Jr., and Hank has been sliding that car all over the racetrack by this race. So Howard Holden.
Well, you know what? As they double up, not to jump in, I had to go next door and handle some promoting business, but I'm back. Stephen Blakesley says, streaming this and ARCA while doing PR announcing for Delta. You talk about a multitask. Hey, Stephen, how did you? Stephen's working on a big promotion for Nice Ride for me, too, working with Jay over there. So I hope you're really multitasking and putting that in there. Not playing on my phone, Daryl. Not playing on my phone, huh? Looks like everyone else is getting it. Let us know if you're having any trouble. If the shot looks good, sounds good, let us know. Stephen Blakesley, Tyler Herzog, a good shot to podium tonight. Absolutely. Jason Lawton, you can always watch it live on YouTube, okay? Pam, a little cold here, but fire is helping. That is just not fair to keep hearing about that fire. I'd love to have a
100 degrees
cold
over
5150
here.
with a little something in it over there on the fire. But, again, folks, let us know if the feed looks good, Facebook and YouTube. Let us know what it looks like. We got cool, sounds good, so let us know, guys. Looks good on our end, the feed we're sending out. We're doing a lot of different things every time we bring this broadcast up. One to go out back, Andy. Lights are out. Jim Dale with that beautiful flag flying behind. Jason Aguirre is going to want to keep the pace up, I believe. So let's watch this. Erickson usually pulls the pace down. I think
we're going to hold this off for a lap.
We're going to hold it
off. Over there on the coast, keeping super cool. Kenny Shepard, do you know why I Uber in the city? Other than money, obviously.
I was going to say, come on, don't fool me. Don't say it because it's cool.
Because it's cooler over there. It's cooler over in the city, yeah.
Okay, Dan Myrick, looks good, sounds great. I've been talking to Dan about some other type of racing. Dan, you can throw a little post out about that if you want to. Looks and sounds good. Jason, it's awesome. Kenny, well, Jason, your employee that you're training, Michael McMeans, helped us tune up our audio even more. Jason Lawton, I'll tell you a little story. 4 years ago, Andy, you know this, we built a little bitty tiny studio. And Jason Lawton and Kyle Fortney came up and really helped get me started in the right direction on audio with the broadcast. Absolutely. Yeah. And then from there, you know, the studio we have in the big room and 2,000 foot of, everything that we do. It's amazing. But
fourth year on MAV TV.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Lights are out again. Jim Dale should be pulling that pace truck off. American flag going to the infield. Jason Aguirre, watch for this, like I said. I think Jason's going to try and keep the speed up rather than slower. Watch him bring around kind of steady. Erickson picks the bottom unique. Let's see if Tyler Herzog can do anything with Erickson on the top. He may. Tyler Herzog to the outside. We're going to slide back to that second place battle out back, Andy. That's where the fight is right now.
While you're off on your break, I said Herzog had been good on the inside, and I thought Matt might put him to the outside. That's the way it worked out. And I tell you what, Aguirre is moving away from him, and Matt's got his hands full with a lot of good cars.
Second place, no doubt, is the best battle on the racetrack right now, and that could have been a huge mistake by Matt Erickson to put that one car on the high side. Even though he's come back to the lead, look at the amount of Matt Erickson, loose, not good. That car's been, it's kind of been inconsistent. He's been really good, and then he comes back, and he's not very good a race, and they've kind of adjusted their way out a little bit right now. It looks like Aguirre is on cruise control, and Matt Erickson has a rearview mirror full of two young guns right now. Tyler Herzog, and into the picture comes, look at that, the 88 car of Tucker. Dylan Tucker is a tough driver. He comes forward all the time.
And right behind him, the 41, Howard Holden. Howard's had a tough go the last couple of months since we put a camera on that car, but this is a good run tonight from that Jerry's and Willie's.
Best battle on the track is for third. We're going to stay with this battle. The one car in the Howard Holden in that picture. Hank Galswick Jr. is crawling up into the picture. Dale McIntosh not far behind them. Eloy Bazan, big sponsor, Maida Chevrolet. Art, we know you're out there, Art. He really appreciates the sponsor that you guys do for him up there. But look at this battle between the 88 and the 1 right now.
Yeah, talking about Eloy Bazan, Eloy's improving all the time. Tonight, a good run right behind the very experienced Del McIntosh. Look at this one car, the Crown Holmes. Herzog Griffin entry under pressure. We saw these guys in the heat race tonight, live here for the fans who are here, going side to side, door handle, rubber wheels. And I tell you what, there's no love lost between these two young stars, and they want to get on that final podium spot or even better. So this is a great race to third.
We're staying with third right now, even though the 42 car of Matt Erickson is now starting to close the gap on the leader. We'll jump back up there in a minute. Around goes Howard Holden on his own. Turn
break.
4, 41 car, turn 4, all on his own, it looked like to me. I'm not sure if something broke.
Yeah, Howard spins around. That Jerry's and Willie's recycling fantasy decal entry. We saw Howard's wife, Jelan Holden, win the Toyota Sedan race tonight, and she's been the standout for that team. Of course, Sheldon Cooper, Howard's son, not running tonight, but we'll see those cars back in 2 weeks. For the
and I'll
TV
tell you
show.
what, I don't think Jason Nagari wanted to see that because Matt Erickson, although it's lap 10, lap 11 right now of this 40-lap race, Matt Erickson had cut the lead down to half. He was closing in rapidly on Jason Nagari. So we're going to have a big fight before this is over. And like I've said, you want to see a couple of rivals, folks. These two have been at it for a long time, from Stockton 99 to Altamont to down here. So you've got two veterans, the 45 of Jason Nagari with Matt Erickson up front, and then you've got two young guns, Tyler Herzog and Dylan Tucker right behind them with another young gun, Hank Galswick Jr., running very smooth. I want to jump over Dan Myrick, looking to run a point race for Central Valley Mini Stocks at Madera in 2019. We're all for it. And putting dirt mini stocks on asphalt, we love the idea. We've been sharing emails back and forth. I love the idea. So look for dirt. We might be able to get you right. You're an old dirt mini stock driver from Australia, right?
Yep.
So we've doubled up right here. It is Texas restarts here, folks. Tammy Gray, let's go Tucker 88. That might not be a bad bet because he is Erickson. Look what he did. Erickson made the mistake on the first restart. He's now gone to the outside. Now the second place car gets to pick high or low in that second row. Third place and fourth and fifth and so on, they don't. They're stuck with what they've got. Watch for Jason Nagari to keep the pace up, which is not conducive to a good restart for Matt Erickson.
I got something for you. Jason Nagari told me he'd been running this car on these local club shows, haven't been to the TV show. He said, when I can beat Matt Erickson, I'll go to the TV show. He did go to the TV show, ran second last time. Here we go. To the line. Green flag. Great restart.
And Tyler Herzog gets a great start. Second place is our battle, but Matt Erickson's got the momentum on the top. That was really smart. And Kent Cam goes around in turn one. We've got Kent Cam around, but he's rolling. He's trying to keep that car moving. What a sportsman. What a gentleman. He's got it fired, and we're staying green.
Hey, look at Eli Bazan now getting up on the wheel, trying to find a way around the outside of Del McIntosh.
Let's slide the cameras back to fifth place, the 26 and the 43 of Eloy. We're going to slide it back now. Dylan Tucker's using the old chrome horn right now on the back of the one car.
Reichman goes around with Howard Holden now. That might be interesting.
Well, the 26 car's got damage on the right front. There's a lot of damage on the right front. We had cameras all over it. The 26 car's got sparks down. We've got big trouble there.
That's a tough break for
watch
Del
this as he's coming into the infield here. I think the right front is either down or something's broke in the right front from contact there.
I think it's a flat tire, Kenny. Maybe.
Yeah, right front's what it looks like from right here, maybe down a little bit. He was sparking as he came in.
Something's gone wrong down there. The crew having a good look over the car, and there's a tire coming out. It may be right.
Yeah, I think it was down. It was down or it was sparking. Now, again, race fans, third caution already, right, Andy? Three cautions. Typically, these races will go with one or a lot of times only.
Out there on the racetrack, the 43 Eloy Mazan just drove in the back of the 28G of Hank Goldswick. Eloy's doing a good job out there. He's in that Miata Chevrolet La Comissaria. Now, La Comissaria is where they service all the taco trucks in Modesto. They have a great meat market there, too.
Yep. Well, we won't torment Quan tonight. We do have our instant replay machine up, but we'll be nice. Maybe we'll save that. We've got something called Kamikaze Sundays. We're going to be actually working on MAV TV shows at the studio all day tomorrow.
The crew's going to work on the stuntman, Del McIntosh.
Maybe we'll put Kamikaze Sunday replays and highlight reels and whatnot. We'll leave Quan alone because we're getting ready to go green here. We're doubling up right now.
Did you see who was changing the wheel on that Del McIntosh car?
No, I didn't.
His lovely wife, Candy McIntosh.
Candy,
she's just a great Toyota racer herself.
Yeah, not only a good racer,
roller derby girl.
Roller derby.
Tough girl.
I put money on her. If anybody you want to roll in the pits, roller derby style elbows, and she's probably out there for security for Dale. But
he's had a tough run this year. So.
Looks like we're going to stay with the leader instead of an instant replay here. We've got doubling up. I'm anticipating 2 to go. No, 1 to go. These boys are not messing around. They run a snappy program here at Madera. Again, we like our short track racing intense. We like it fast, and we like to enjoy company after the races, send people on their way home from here at the Madera Speedway so they can safely get home. And Lights are out back, Andy. Lap 13 going to 40.
I can't wait for one of those 805 beers after the race tonight.
Good sponsor of ours as well. Look at Jason Nagari. He's definitely not keeping the pace down. He's supposed to keep the pace all the way to the box.
Matt is keeping it up, too.
Yeah. Oh, contact right there between Herzog and
Erickson.
Erickson kind of pinches him off to let him know I don't think he appreciated that too much. Dylan Tucker's got a little bit of the nose.
Look at Goldswick Jr.
He's good on the outside, but I'll tell you what, right now, the Herzog car, Tyler Herzog's got company in front of him, behind him.
Look at this battle. Shapiro and Eloy Bazan right behind him. They're stepping up their game as well.
Battles everywhere, but the best race on the track right now is for that third position. The 1 in the 88 is where we're going to stay right now. Howard Holden's working the outside. The 1 car is loose right there. 88 of Dylan Tucker is going to make a run. And if Dylan Tucker goes by the 1 car, I think he will drive right up to the back bumper of Matt Erickson. That 88 car looks very fast through the middle of the corner.
Yeah, Dylan Tucker's guy I thought would have won a TV race by now has a bundle of talent, and with this new race team that he's driving with now, he's doing a great job in that 88 entry.
Yep, very good, but the 1 car of Herzog's got a little bit more pop and forward bite. I think he's got a little better setup getting off the corner, so he's able to inchworm out just a little bit right there. Just a little bit.
Kenny Shepard, you've driven these late model stock cars a lot in your career. You're Jason Nagiri right now. You have a really big break over Matt Erickson. How do you manage this? Are you in tire conservation, or you want to get going and keep that gap that you have between yourself and Matt?
No, in fact, let's go. We're going to stay with this little battle right now. We're going to stay with the battle in third. But what I would do, I'd do exactly. It's only 40 laps. You can burn the tires off these things. You know, if you're going toe-to-toe with someone, Jason's not rolling the center real good, but he's got a lot of forward bite right now. Erickson's also a little bit loose. So you rely on your spotter at this point. You keep a good rhythm. You think you got the guy covered. Matt Erickson is running him down.
Yeah,
as we've got Matt's running him down. He's chopped the lead down, but we've got a heck of a battle right now. I think you can have a little bumper action from the 88 on the 1 here shortly.
That car of Matt's has a real dirt track attitude to it coming out of the turn.
Very
turn
loose
four.
tonight.
It's really throwing that tail, and it's like you see it, like not so much that time, but before. Really like propping it sideways, dirt track style out of the turn. But this 1 car and the 88 are going at it. That is Tyler Herzog and Dylan Tucker.
Big battle. We're still going to stay with that number 1 car, this big battle. Here's that little bumper action right there up across the racetrack. And then what we're going to do with Quan's going to take us up to the leader here in just a second. If we get, the 28 car at Galswick into the wall. 88 inside the 1. We're lap 23 going to 40. Yellow flag is out. We saw
Bazan down there in Del McIntosh.
Well, we had some contact in the wall on the front straightaway. I saw sparks just ahead of them. So I'm not sure if it was debris. Maybe someone cut a tire down. I didn't see if it was contact between those two.
Yeah, whether they just didn't get loaded up into the turn with Goldswick. Goldswick did drop back a long way.
Yeah, he bounced off the wall pretty hard, so I don't know if it was just a chain reaction where a few of them checked up.
Normally it's Flaggy Frank down there getting showered with that white paint, but tonight Josh is down there tonight, flagging tonight.
Josh has been able to take these, and Frank's a star on MAV TV. He gets more face time than we get, more than the drivers get. But say the laps left. Steve Gonzalez, we are lap 24, heading to lap 40. This is not our full-blown production, so what we've done here, you don't have the ticker, you don't have the little bit of the graphics on the top. We're definitely saving a few bucks by not bringing another 3 or 4 guys in doing that yet. On our live TV shows, you see all of that. But we're lap 24 going to 40. That was our 4th caution out back in.
Yeah, 4th caution. We don't normally see as many cautions on local show, but tonight we're, of course, filming it. So Josh doing a good job down there, Josh.
2 to go. Yeah, we probably made the mistake of saying, there's probably going to be about 8,000 to 10,000 people watch this in total. So they're up on the wheel. I actually expected more fireworks out of the 45 and 42. Terry Deal just checked in. Terry, how you doing, buddy?
Real deal, Terry Deal.
Real deal, one of the cool guys. Go, Dylan, go. He got to meet Dylan last year. Dylan's a good kid. We, Dylan comes in with the quarters, nickels, and dimes, buys his pit pass, runs old used tires, older car. The kid just gets up on the wheel and gets the job done. He's an amazing talent, and Terry Deal made good friends with him, so it was kind of cool they got to meet each other. They're the same style of race car driver.
Yeah, they are. I like to have fun after the race as well. Party on.
Joe
Terry
Rhodes
Deal.
Jr., what's up, guys? What's happening, Joe Rhodes?
Joe Rhodes, good to see you, Joe. Joe's been running some modified up on the North State Series and stuff. Here we go. Restart time. No, we're going to wave this off. Jason Aguirre wants to get going. Jason says, come on. I want to get to Victor Lane.
Doug Jeffers asked a good question. Are you going to branch these out, these live streams out in the future? Doug, what we're doing is growing a production for live television, all this equipment we're using. We've got some other ideas. I've been working real hard on a Copper Classic, rejuvenating the Copper Classic from Phoenix and a live broadcast. We're actually gearing up with all the equipment we've got for live. But, yes, with these Facebook Lives and friends with other racetracks, we definitely want to help.
Let's go through the lineup for this restart. Jason Aguirre by his own on the front. Matt Erickson and Tyler Herzog on row number 2. Row 3, you have Dylan Tucker and Hank Goldsworth Jr. Row number 4, Mike Shapiro and Howard Holden. Kent Cam and Del McIntosh.
Let me jump in. Let me watch for a fast restart right here. The pace truck was not out there. Jason Aguirre wants that speed up. Not a bad restart. Actually did a good job. Matt Erickson got a good run right here. Let's see what Tyler Herzog does. Big battle right now for that third place position again, but Matt Erickson, we're not going to leave him alone much. Matt Erickson, lap 24 going to 40. He's making a big run. We're going to slide back up front to the leader. Second place car.
Too. There's some good battle back around.
I'm telling you, Matt Erickson, even though Matt does not have the best race car, he's been really good at somehow, some way getting the job done. Matt Erickson is up on the wheel right now. Jason Aguirre can't get tense. He's got to, what you asked me about, how do you win this race? Ignore that guy behind you, qualify that car, find your rhythm, and drive the wheels off of that 45 car right now.
For those that are watching and haven't seen much of our racing, this is a brand new car for Matt Erickson. He stepped out of that very old car that he'd been racing for many, many years and had so much success with.
Well, one of the nice things about what we've done is with the MAV TV production, even our budget racers, it's Matt Erickson and his dad, it's Jason Aguirre and his best friend, it's Austin Herzog and Grandpa and Dad. What's happened because the TV show is so popular, those front 2 cars right there, those were paid for by sponsors, a lot of support with products, a heck of a race. But right now, Jason Aguirre has kind of legged it out. We're going to slide back to that second place battle right now. It is a war right now. Tyler Herzog's got a mirror full of Zampa and a little bit of bumper full right now as well.
Worried about the tire on the rear of the 28, Kenny. Seeing a lot of sparks a couple of laps ago from that 28G.
Well, and it had that. I said Zampa a minute ago. I meant Dylan Tucker. I've got a note here about Zampa as one of our other drivers, dad and son. I was going to talk about Logan Zampa, but that is Dylan Tucker in the 88. And the one car right there into the wall, slightly right rear into the wall off of turn 4, broke his momentum, and here comes Dylan Tucker.
Yeah, Dylan Tucker trying to find a way past that Herzog Roofing Crown Homes entry. Tyler Herzog, becoming a very good race car driver.
Yeah, he's becoming
hasn't had a lot of experience. Only in these for a couple of years.
Very busy, coming to lap 32 right now. Tucker's got a little run on the inside. 32 going to 40. Here comes Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker tucks the nose up underneath that rear bumper of the one car, trying to loosen up that one car.
Well, Matt Erickson's about 4 car lengths behind Jason Aguirre, so we're going to stay with this battle right now. We're staying with this good battle over here on the one car. We've got some action going on in the spotter stand between the one team and the 88. It's getting busy, but that's short track racing out back.
I wonder who's spotting for that one car tonight. I wonder if it's Brian Herzog.
No, I think it's Wilson. Brian Herzog's at a concert, and Austin Herzog was going to sneak his car out of the trailer and run it. Again, here we are coming to lap 34, 6 laps to go. Jason Aguirre's got a 4-car length lead, and right now the big battle, the best battle on the track is for third place. Here comes Dylan Tucker.
Tucker trying hard, loosening up. This is good racing between 2 very young drivers. Here we go down into turn
And what's great right behind that is Hank Galswick Jr. and Howard Holden.
This is the run, Kenny. Look at it. Off turn 3.
We had to stay with this. 5 laps to go. We had to stay with this, but right now there's a huge battle right behind him. We're staying with this battle right now, the 88 and the 1. What a battle.
Yeah, did the 88 do that a little too early? That gives Dylan Tucker maybe get one back from that one car.
I don't know. Right now, the one car right now is so good on the high side. We're coming to lap 37, and Gary's got a 6-car length lead. We're going to stay with this big battle for third place. They're side by side behind them, but this is the battle on the track right now.
Yeah, Tucker's moving that one car way up the racetrack, lap after lap. Slowly moving Herzog up the racetrack.
Coming to lap 38 out back, Andy. Not to jump in on you. We've got 2 to go. We're going to be jumping up to the leader here in a minute, but this battle looks like it's clear.
This is a great battle, isn't it? Lap after lap.
Good battle right here. Real big battle. We're going to jump back up on the leader cam on camera 7 on the white flag. We're right here. Nice and smooth. Here comes Jason. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. He almost got to the white flag. This race was over. There's a wreck in turn 1.
Yeah, it's Shapiro and Holden, and they've been going at it for lap after lap. Mike Shapiro.
Holy cow, out back, Andy. This race was over. Jason Aguirre was off of turn 4. He was probably up 75 yards away from the white flag. Once that white flag flies, this race is over.
Yeah.
And Then the caution comes out. He could see the white flag was in Josh's hand starting to swing. The left hand brought out the yellow flag. And guess what this does? I said it before. Somehow, some way, Ericsson finds a way to win a race.
Yeah.
He does it. He's not the best race car. Now, here's the setup right now, race fans. Jason Nagari, his spotter's got to do a job on him right now. Calm down. You're good. Jason's going to tighten up right now. If he doesn't roll that corner and get that right entry, Matt Erickson throws a Hail Mary on him. You've got a different ballgame. But here's Jason Nagari's best friend, Dylan Tucker in that 88.
Well, the question is for Matt Erickson. You've been dealing with Tyler Herzog on the restart. You now got Dylan Tucker. You haven't seen a lot of Dylan because he's been behind Tyler Herzog. So what do? Do you go to the outside? Do you go to the inside? Matt, on the old days, you just say go to the outside. I think he'll pick the outside because it worked pretty good on that.
I think this is why also Dylan Tucker has an old race car with an old worn-out engine. Everybody knows that. The kid doesn't have a ton of horsepower. He runs on old tires. He's not going to get a great restart. So if you're Matt Erickson, you go to the outside if I'm his spotter and strategizing this race. Matt Erickson has to get a great restart, and you've got to hope that Jason Nagari is just a little bit tight in the stomach.
Yep.
Again, if I'm the spotter for Jason Nagari, ignore him.
Yep.
Roll this thing, hit our marks, green, white, checkered, this thing's over.
Matt can't spin the wheels on this restart because with Dylan to the inside, what'll happen if Dylan gets the jump, Dylan's going to go and run Matt way up the racetrack as Mike Shapiro may be pulling to the pit area.
Yeah, Mike Shapiro, Dylan Tucker's
So the lineup will
inside.
be Jason Nagari leading. It'll be Matt Erickson on the outside in second, Dylan Tucker in third. Then you go back to fourth place on the inside of row 3. That is Tyler Herzog and Hank Goldsworth Jr. in the top 5 tonight. Hank's just continue on his way in the battle. This has been going on for many a lap too. Del McIntosh and Eloy Bazan. The final row, Kent Cam and Howard Holden.
1 to go, race fans. Terry Deal says go 88, and Terry Deal, it's not far-fetched. That 88 on the inside of that second row could be the race winner, especially if that 42 gets the back bumper of the 45. Again, this race was over. The white flag was almost in the air. Here we go, race fans. Jason Nagari paces them down into turn 3. The start box is over here off of turn 4. Jason Nagari gets a great restart off turn 4. He's got to hope Dylan Tucker drives that thing in a mile and really blocks Matt Erickson. And they are both crawling up on Jason Nagari. Jason did not roll that corner really well. Matt will Hail Mary this corner coming to the white flag right now.
Oh, trouble down the back.
Down the back straightaway. Another yellow.
Goldsworth Jr.
Another yellow.
And Kent Cam has got a piece of that too and into the wall as that car will not steer. Yellow is out. Herzog is around. Eloy Bazan is up there as well. Hank Goldsworth Jr. has got going. King Cam's got a flat right front tire.
I'm not sure. It was a little bit behind where our cameras were, and we're not running an instant replay right here. But I'm not sure. You know, Tyler Herzog was way up there running in 4th. Was there contact with the 28 of Galswick that caused that? Did something break on one of the cars? There was a lot of sparks going down into turn 3 when that happened.
Yes, there was. Hank Goldsworth Jr., let's hope that car is okay because Hank is running for the points in the series. We got a fender loose on the Miata Chevrolet of Eloy Bazan. So,
hey, hold on. I got a comment here. Trevor Slent said, good, clean racing, exclamation marks. Trevor, where's your car?
Yeah, no, it is.
We missed Trevor.
It is clean racing.
We've had a couple of things break, but it is racing. It is Saturday night short track racing also, and the boys are driving hard for everyone watching. It's probably a little more exciting for those watching instead of those having to fix a few of these cars. But the funny thing is there's no major damage. We've got wheel marks. 28 just rolled. Everybody's still rolling. Everything's fine. Got a couple of donuts. Looks like that's it. Eloy's lost part of a bumper, but rest of them are rolling.
Ken Cam went to the infield. He doesn't have a spare wheel out there.
Yeah.
So he's out. Reichman is out. Shapiro is out. The 18 and Cook, and now Ken Cam.
Well, here's what we set up out back, Andy. A second green-white checker. They were coming to the white flag again. Jason Nagari tightened up on that. I was afraid of that. Jason did not roll turn 1 and 2 very well. He gave Matt Erickson the opportunity to get close to him. He's going to give Matt the same opportunity. What Jason has to do is Texas restart. Forget him. Open the entry up on 1 and sail that thing off a mile into turn 1. Crank that wheel just a little bit. Rotate it. Rip that throttle and get out of Dodge. Go get your checkered flag. I know he likes his adult beverage afterwards. He's probably got an ice cold one ready to go. Stephen Blakesley, great directing to catch that spin. Stephen, what happened? Let us know. We were looking over here on another monitor. You know how this is. And Quan's trying to pull us up an instant replay. I won't let him do it. We're doing all kinds of stuff here rolling. Oh, Quan's got it. All right, we're going to go an instant replay. He said that's it. He's doing it. He's not taking no for an answer, so here we roll. Juan's going to give us an instant replay coming up on the screen right now. He's going to jump it over. Go
Right
ahead.
now.
Here we go.
On the
Big
back,
spin
big
down
spin.
the straightaway. Hank yellow.
Hank
Hank lost it. There was nobody
Well,
close.
what happened before? Because Herzog was up there.
Herzog was up. Here goes. We're going to go back a little farther. We didn't have it. We cut. We're not recording with our full system that we do for MAV TV, so we'd have different camera angles. So he's going to jog it forward just a little bit. So something did.
Goldswick looks like he got into the one car of Herzog.
Okay, because they were there
That's the way I
together, and
see
then
it.
they were flying. Both of them were sideways and around, so there must have been contact with them.
Yeah.
But great feed, guys. Andrew Gomez, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Jeff Eshelman, come on. Matt, second, green-white checker.
Yes, in the
hammer
Eshelman
down.
number 42.
Hammer down. Well, they're teammates with them, so
Yep.
it's come on, Matt, there. What do you guys think? Who's going to win here, guys? Which one's going to win? Is it Matt Erickson in the 42? Is it Jason Aguirre in the 45? Or perhaps Dylan Tucker in the 88?
Yep.
Or how about this? The 26 car of Dale McIntosh all the way back up.
Let's run through the lineup. It will be the front row will be the 45, the Coleman Cash entry of Jason Aguirre. Then you've row 2 on the inside, Dylan Tucker and Matt Erickson. Row 3 will be Dale McIntosh and Howard Holden. Row number 4 is Eloy Bazan and Tyler Herzog. And at the back is Hank Goldswick Jr.
And that is the setup right now. Another
We're doing another
green-white
round.
checkered. Here we go. We went one try. We'll do this all night long until the sun comes up, Saturday night short track style. Lights are going to be out when they come past start-finish line. CK, our track steward, is indicating one finger. It's the right finger. It's the index finger. And we are ready to roll right here. Jason Aguirre is rolled up in front of Matt Erickson. Let's see what we've got right here. I think Dylan Tucker, that car cut really hard. If Dylan can get a big start, he can stuff his nose in there. If there's any bumper play here, it will get busy. And Dylan will exchange with the rest of them, the 42 and 55. Both very aggressive drivers. Here we go off of turn 4. Jason Aguirre up on the high side in front of Erickson. Oh, Erickson gets a terrible
got loose
restart.
That time. So
spun
too,
the tires.
Jason Aguirre got a little loose as well.
Yeah, they got loose. Erickson spun
Here's
the
what I
tires
said
big,
before about if Matt spun the tires, the 88 could get to him. Matt's got more power around the outside down into 3.
Well, you got the momentum. We're coming white flag,
flag.
this time by. Let's see if we actually make it.
Dylan's going to make a run at this. Dylan is making a run at it.
White flag is out. This race is over one way or another. They're coming back to the checkered flag. It is game on and game over.
Jason Aguirre,
if he can just roll through this corner out back, Andy Erickson drives it in big.
It's not going to happen.
Tries to get this bumper.
Jason Aguirre will go on to win. Hand out the window. Matt Erickson second. We go back to Dylan Tucker, Del McIntosh, Howard Holden. Then you go back to the Crown Homes number 1, Tyler Herzog, Hank Goldswick Jr., and Eloy Bazan. What a great late model race. We'd like to thank everybody tuning in. I'm going to Victory Lane.
You
Kenny
go to
Shepard.
Victory Lane.
We
You
got
guys
lots
stay
more to
with
go.
me. We'll get Andy
Lots
down
more to
there.
go.
Doug Jeffers, you're right. Remember, 26 had a flat and made up some race. I'm telling you, the 26 looked really good. Del McIntosh last night, car rotating. They looked as good as they have in all the years I've been here. First, second, third, 42 of Erickson in second. Jason Aguirre, 45, the 45 car in first. Third place, Dylan Tucker. Now, the roles reversed. 2 weeks ago on our MAV TV show against all the big hitters, it was Matt Erickson in Victory Lane with Jason Aguirre in second. This is a rivalry that is really, really building up. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Actually, we're going to stay with Jason Aguirre coming in. Let's get him rolling in backwards. He likes to drive in backwards and nose that car right up to Matt Erickson, let him know who's boss right now tonight. Waterford Irrigation, look at that big decal. Corbin Cash on that car. Big sponsors, look at that. Nose to nose are probably 6 inches off each other right now. We were going to go commercial break, but it looks like they're pointing fingers at each other, so let's see how this turns out. Matt Erickson jumps out of the car. We're going to watch Matt just jumped out of the 42 car. We're going to kind of bend the camera. Here they come. Matt doesn't look too red-faced, just a little bit red-faced. Said, hey, that was a good race. I don't like running second, though, and now he's barking at the he's having a little bit of talk right now with the track steward. Didn't like something going on out there, but Saturday night short track race, and you got to figure out a way to Victory Lane, and you got to be happy when you're first, second, third, or sometimes even crashed. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now, and we'll be back with you guys to see what Jason Aguirre thinks down there in just a second. Looks like Juan's about ready to go. Again, support the brands that support our sport, folks. We love our sponsors. They really help us. We've been very innovative with things we've done, creating different series, and part of that's these free live streams thanks to our sponsors. Check this out. Stay with us. 2 minutes from now, we're going to be in Victory Lane with Jason Aguirre, and then we're going to find out what Matt Erickson is so mad about down there.
5150 Energy Drink is the choice for those with a passion for life and a thirst to match. There are many obstacles in life that keep people from pursuing their dreams. But when you're 5150, you're able to use those hardships as motivation to push yourself. With the right mindset, anyone can achieve greatness, and 5150 can help get you there, offering much more than just a boost of energy. Our ingredients are carefully selected because of their health benefits. So not only does 5150 taste great, it also provides the body with the nutrients it needs to stay hydrated and energized. Our mission to provide a quality product is matched only by our commitment to making the world a better place. In partnership with the Carlos Vieira Foundation, efforts are made year-round to help the less fortunate. In fact, a portion of every can sold goes toward helping families that are living with autism. And at the heart of it all is passion. The passion to live life to its fullest, to chase your dreams, and to help others. Are you 5150?
Personalized advice, precision, and speed, whether purchasing a home or looking to refinance. This is what RPM Mortgage delivers to you. Home loans fast. With our new Home on Time application, we have seamlessly integrated technology into our lending process, allowing you to submit your information in just minutes from any device, anywhere. You can even do it right from the track. If you are looking for a home loan at an accelerated speed, visit rpmwins.com. RPM is the proud title sponsor of the Pro Late Model Series at the Madera Speedway.
Time with friends. Family. Memories being made. We live life for the amazing moments. We live by the motto that life is one nice ride. Nice Ride Lifestyle Apparel.
Welcome back, race fans. That's a picture right there of a very happy Jason Aguirre. But to the left of Jason is a very angry Matt Erickson, very unhappy. Red face. Rick Erickson's yelling at officials down there. These guys are all upset. But right now we're going to send it down to Outback Andy Foster with the guy that it's all about winning, Jason Aguirre tonight.
A 40-lap battle tonight in our late models at Madera Speedway between two very experienced, hard-charging racers. At the end of 40 laps, Atwater's racing Jason Aguirre scores win number 2 in this series. 2 wins, 2 seconds. This super fast Waterford Irrigation Corbin Cash car tonight. I know you want to beat that 42 car real bad. And tonight, Buddy Shepard got you last time, but tonight, man, oh man, you put this car back in victory lane.
Yeah, it was a good night. It was a good weekend, actually. You know, I knew Matt was going to be here and it was going to give us a chance to beat him. And so we came last night with some new stuff that Mike Doss told me to try, and he was right on the money. We changed some things that he suggested this week, and last night in practice, we knew we had a bad, fast car. And, you know, we're sitting in victory lane. But I got to thank Waterford Irrigation, Corbin Cash, Vodka and Spirits. You know, without those guys, we wouldn't be here. And, you know, it just takes a lot of friends and family to come here. And fortunately for me, you know,
there he is.
Waterford owner is my boss, and he gives me Fridays off to come practice, and I think I still get paid. I don't know, but probably not.
Getting paid this week.
We'll get paid tonight, but you know, Matt ran me clean. It was a good 40-lap shootout, and you know, I thank my sponsors, and it was a good weekend.
2 weeks' time, we come back for the $5,000 to win for another MAV TV show, the RPM Mortgage Pro Late Model Series. You must be super confident now going into that round that you can maybe win one of those MAV TV races. I know you want to. You've been telling me for a long time. I want to get this guy right, then I want to go to the TV shows.
Yeah. Tonight it felt really good. Maybe just a little loose after a 15 or 20-lap run, but you know, I think we got a good piece to come here and qualify in the top 3 for that $5,000 to win, and you know, we're gonna give it our best shot. But I'll tell you what, you know, I'm working out and the car's fast. Let's just come down here and kick some ass.
Hey, how about it? The very experienced Jason Aguirre gets it done over the super experienced and the most winningest driver at Madera Speedway, Matt Erickson. Back to you in the booth, Kenny Shepard.
Thank you, Outback Andy. And that's Matt Erickson standing right beside CK. That's our track steward. They're going to run over to get to Matt, and there was a whole lot of complaining going on as that interview was taking place. Rick Erickson and Matt Erickson were really chewing on CK. Not happy. Matt doesn't like to lose, but especially doesn't like to lose to second. He got whipped tonight by the 45 car as far as the speed on the 45 looked better. Erickson's car looked loose, didn't look that good, and they are way cranky right now about that situation. So I'm really interested to see what Matt Erickson has. He's really upset whether it's a Texas restart. What could you be mad about there? But there looks like they're finding something to chew on, Andy. So I'm really curious here. Looks like they're ready to go. Outback Andy, what's going on down there? Matt's red-faced and not happy. Down to you.
Second place tonight goes to the most winningest driver in the history of late models at Madera Speedway and one of the hardest charging drivers in Central California. Matt Erickson, wow, you had to deal with a lot of cars out there tonight. Tyler Herzog, you had to deal with Dylan Tucker as well. Good second place tonight. I know you're going to come back in 2 weeks and rebound and try and win that $5,000 on MAV TV for the RPM Mortgage Pro Late Models.
Yeah, that's the plan. We went Reverend Ron's race on new tires. We went to Roseville for another 100-lapper on the same tires, and then we came here on the same tires. So you can only get about 300-400 laps out of these before they give out. The tires gave out. Jason had a lot better tires than I did, so congrats to him on the win. I just wish the track would follow the rules on their new restart procedure on keeping a constant pace that some certain car did not do. It gave them 2 warnings when it should have only been 1 warning. So big question there.
Hey, Matt Erickson, a little unhappy there, but I'm pretty sure second place tonight, you know you've got a good piece for 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, the car's great. I'm sure once we put new tires on, we'll probably do an 0 or 14.9 again.
The most experienced driver in the history of late models gets it done in second place tonight. Back to you, Kenny.
Thank you, Outback Andy. They're going to run over to Dylan Tucker right now. I know Outback Andy kind of just didn't really ask him what he was upset about. I guess he was a little more gracious right there, but you fans should have seen what was going on. They were definitely not happy. But, again, big victory, Jason Aguirre. It looks like Matt was talking about used tires. The little secret Matt Erickson doesn't know is Jason Aguirre actually ran his old tires as well. He's saving the new ones for 2 weeks, so they were both on the old tires. Dylan Tucker, I can assure you, is also on old tires because that's all that boy runs. This kid's been working so hard on sponsors, trying to find sponsors. I coach him with a lot of other folks. They work really hard. Don Thompson, what's the rule, Kenny Shepard? Rule on what, Don? Clarify it, and I'll answer it. Looks like they're ready to go with Dylan Tucker right now. We're going to send it down to Dylan. Don, ask that question. I'll clarify it here in a minute. Dylan Tucker down in third place with Outback Andy.
For our third place driver tonight, Dylan Tucker, who runs on a super slim budget, I think he is going to be really, really happy with this third place tonight. He ran with Tyler Herzog for a lot tonight, and it kind of started out in the heat racing when you guys kind of got banging door panels and banging wheels, and you ran for a lot of laps out there in this main event tonight, side by side, and then Tyler got mixed up, and the restart came. You gave it your best shot. You got to the inside of Matt, but man, he's got a lot of horsepower under that hood. I know a lot more than you got, but must be really satisfying to drive this car into the podium position tonight.
Oh yeah, always a positive when you drive it into the top 3 and get up here on the podium. Hats off to my team. It's not just me. There's no I in team. I'm happy. Got my nice ride hat on. Third place. Gonna go home and hang out with the family and enjoy the top 3 finish. But yeah, just a great night for us. We've been struggling with setup a little bit. We made a spring change tonight, and it definitely helped. So I think we got a good shot of winning the 5,000 race coming up. So yeah.
It's been a really tough start to the season. You guys kind of changed the things around with the team and stuff. But like you say, tonight you're smiling down here in the podium, and you go to that 5,000 win, knowing that you got a good car and you got a chance.
Yes, definitely. And I got to hand it off to all my sponsors: Fortney Towing, Bay City Motors, Stark Naked Enterprises, Conquest Pest Control, George's Auto Supply, my mom, my dad, Mitch, my spotter. All my fans, everybody who comes out and supports the racetrack, supports the TV show, Kenny Shepard for putting on this great late model program. I mean, you've seen tonight how great the racing is. No matter where you're at on the track, there's always some battle to watch. So, yeah, hats off to Kenny putting this show on for us, and hopefully we can keep moving forward.
If you've got a business out there and you want to support a car, get on the side of a car, you might be getting on a winner. Contact either Dylan Tucker on Facebook or contact the racetrack, and we'll put you in touch with Dylan. But great job tonight. Fantastic effort, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy.
Dylan Tucker, third tonight. Back to you, Kenny, to wrap it up.
Well, race fans, what you didn't get to see there also, Jason Aguirre and Matt Erickson got together, and Rick Erickson was in there yelling, and the officials had to break him up. So Matt's really uptight. I'm not quite sure, good old Saturday night racing. Don Thompson, to answer your question, the rule on the restarts, it's Texas restarts. So the driver in the lead maintains pace vehicle speed to the start box, and then the driver takes off. The front row is simply by themselves. So Matt's probably been as famous as anyone for playing games on restarts. He and Buddy Shepard pretty much created the situation that we went to Texas restarts because Matt will not go brakes checks. Actually, he's in the penalty box for right now a probation for brake checking cars when he was on the front row. Jason Aguirre, in my opinion, kept a pretty steady pace. He didn't brake check, didn't do anything weird. And as we see Jason right there, they did a good job. So Matt might want to be a little more gracious in second place. He doesn't like being beat. He likes to win, but my opinion would be those were actually pretty good restarts. Wasn't really any big issue with it. And I'd probably, save your card for another day. There's a time to argue. There's a time not to cry wolf all the time because people ignore you after a while. So that's just my opinion. But we've got a lot of replays we can watch. Maybe there was something I didn't see, or we'll figure something out. Congratulations to Dylan Tucker. Terry Deal, thanks for tuning in. Don Thompson, sounds easy enough, looked easy enough to me. We got Outback Andy. We're actually going to put him back on the mic. He can. We were bouncing around up here playing with some other cameras, so Andy and I'll probably swing around here in just a second and see what Andy heard there that I can ask him about. But Terry Deal, congratulations to Dylan. Dylan, he runs well. He runs absolutely as good as you can. Like I told you, kid's something else for no budget at all. No budget at all. Great third place run. Old used tires are all on used tires. I got Outback Andy back up here right now. We're going to stay, we'll keep the cameras right there. We've got another official talking to Jason, so I guess we need controversy for something. But I know you really did, Matt, you were talking more about tires. You didn't talk about the controversy, but what was Matt so upset about? What was his point?
Matt was just saying that there was certain car out there not keeping pace. Matt was just, I just really think it was Matt disappointed tonight.
So Matt was arguing about the restarts.
Arguing about the restarts, and
okay.
I don't really think it would have mattered, Kenny.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there and let's break that down. Matt Erickson in the last TV race 2 weeks ago, as it's Texas restarts, leaders by himself. Matt's famous for rolling and then brake checking or slowing down. If Jason Aguirre did anything, he was certainly not slowing down. As the pace truck dropped off, maybe he would just make sure the pace was staying up a little bit. I think those were smooth restarts, in my opinion.
Matt was saying the pace was way fast. So
he was pace truck.
Slow it down?
Well, he might want to argue with Jim Dale, that's his old crew member, that's a pace truck driver. So if anyone ought to complain, it'd be Jason Aguirre saying, "Hey, how's Matt Erickson's old pace? How's his old crew member in the pace truck?" But I think it was pretty smooth. Matt does the opposite. He likes to park the cars and stop them. It's to Jason's advantage to keep the speed up, knowing Matt likes slow restarts. He's the leader, right?
Yep.
So what Matt needs to do is be the leader, and he can control restarts.
This is big. This is big between Jason and Matt now.
Right.
It's becoming ultra personal that these guys want to beat each other. And this is going to be a product we're going to have week after week. We get to victory lane and Matt wins. We have it. Jason's disappointed. Someone's going to be disappointed.
Well, this goes back years and years. This is a heck of a rivalry. This goes back to hobby stock days at Stockton, Altamont, almost fist fighting your way out of the pit days, the old Stockton deal. So I think it's unique, though, where Jason stepped his game up, and he's in Matt's face right now. And you know where I also think he's at? He's between Matt's ears. His car was better than Matt's tonight. Matt was loose on exit. Matt's got to go back and work on his stuff, and he's shown this year. He's been good, then he's been bad. Then he's been good, and he's been bad.
Matt did allude to that he ran the 100 or the 80 laps here for the TV race. He went to Roseville. He ran the race there.
Let me help you. Let me help you with that, though. Excuses are cheap. These cars run really well. This 970 Hoosier tire runs great on laps, and let me help you with something else. Jason Aguirre chose not to put his new tires on last night.
Yep.
The tires that run Jason's car also ran all of the laps in the Reverend Ron race, also ran all of the laps in the last live stream race here. So he's out there past 230, 240. So, again, my point is You can. It's just one of those deals where you need to just go home, work on your stuff. Don't make a reputation of, boy, I'm going to bark and complain about everything when it doesn't go
One
my
thing
way.
I'm kind of proud of Jason and Gary with, they bought that car from Mike Doss. It was the winning car that Jeremy Doss won here with. Jason spoke to Mike Doss, and they're keeping in contact with Mike Doss. They're not going their own way with that car. They're still keeping in contact with the Doss team. Mike gave him some things to try. Jason said, I tell you what, I called Mike. He said, try this, and it's working. And Jason believes he's got a lot more. So he's keeping tight with that DOS team. We know how good that team is. So we're going to see a continued improvement from
Well, and they are. And you've got, again, what we talked about. The TV show has elevated everyone's game so much because Jason's been able to acquire great sponsorship because of TV. And then so has Ericsson. So has so many others. Here's what I say, though. You've got Hank Galswick coming forward, really improving. You've got Austin Herzog that's improving all the time. You've got Tyler Herzog. Rayson Vernon stepped his game up so much. Another car, if he can get some support, and I mean, they're running with no budget, is Dylan Tucker that ran so well tonight. Now Matt Erickson, this thing is not just a 1 or 2 horse race. You come in these TV shows, it's 12, 13, 14 cars that can win. And then this has been one thing with Matt, back to him. When he's winning is fine. And we've heard it many times from all the audio we have in the TV. Matt's dad, Rick, really has to keep him calm. So if he gets out of sync just a little bit, this world could get pretty rough on him.
Well, you might get some messages actually at the track because down in Victory Lane I did mention about Dylan Tucker that they run on virtually no budget. If there's any team, people with owners out there, businesses, they want to get their name on a good team. This is a kid who can go to Victory Lane with a little support, a little help, and just needs to find some businesses to come in and join them and help them. And I think they're going to be good. Be able to bolt new tires on makes a difference for the big, TV races.
Absolutely. Doug's got us a shot of some of our sponsor billboards right now. So I agree with you, Outback Andy, and it's really interesting to see where we're at with this and to see where we're going with this program. It's become so competitive. To me, this program is really like the old Southwest Tour days of the 90s. It's been it's been amazing to watch this program grow, and we're gonna check here. Great racing, great coverage. Keep up the great work. Don Thompson, also thanks for everything. Let me know what I can do. Don Thompson, what is the point standings now? They're calculating that next door, Don. We let Race Control do what they do. We're working with some new equipment here, so we're also playing with some other things that we continue to do. So again, thank all of you guys for watching us tonight. If you like it, make sure you share, spread the word. Drive some traffic to our YouTube page. Outback Andy, you got that Nut Up shirt on. That's one of our big sponsors.
I'm going to go get some chopped nuts from Nut Up, and I'm going to get an 805 beer tonight and go down and join.
Well, you're going to need a 5150 in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm going
to need a 5150 in the morning, yeah. I tell you what, I need 5150 this week. I've got a busy week this week. But, yeah, really excited after tonight. We got 2 weeks' time. We're off next week. 2 weeks' time we come back with another round of our MAV TV series. And I am super excited for that race.
Well, and it's not just another round. It's one of the big 3. We start the season with the 5,000 win race. We have the 5 in the middle and then the 10 at the end. So this is one of the big 3. This attracts a lot more hitters. Just like we talked about, you've got big rivalries here, really competitive cars running here. But they will be joined by Buddy Shepard and others coming in here. This will be so stout. I mean, you're going to have 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 cars that can win this
race. We're only
race.
3 months away from that big 10,000 to win.
10,000 to win.
Yep, 10,000 win short track shootout. And, wow, I tell you what, our late model series is awesome. The local series that we have, the Madera series, like tonight, we feed drivers into the TV series. And you look at it tonight. Guys like Howard Holden stepped up the game tonight, got that car, I think, back on track with a lot of drivers. So, really excited for the next TV show, Kenny.
Yep, no doubt. Well, it's time to pack all this equipment up that took endless hours from early this morning to make this happen. So, again, everyone that tuned in, we appreciate it. Spread the word. We'll do more of these. I'm wearing an Air Force hat tonight. Part of that is to say thanks to everybody in the armed forces. My dad was Air Force. I was born at an Air Force base. So, wearing the hat tonight. Thanks to all of you guys that keep us free. Jim Dale flying that American flag. All the great folks that do what they do, we appreciate it very much. Outback Andy Foster, good working with you again. It's a good night of racing. All of our friends over on the coast, we envy you. If you're over there cold, telling us how cold it is, but hopefully it cools down nice. We're going to pack all this equipment down and have some fun right now because it's early at, what do we got here? 9:20, and we're done. Good Saturday night short track racing. Get everybody rolling. All right, guys, good night. Have a great night. Thank you guys very much.
See you at the racetrack soon.
All right.